All right, guys, welcome to episode number 10 of the FiberCast Podcast, the platform for inspiration and optimization, where everyone is an outlier because everyone has a story worth telling. And on today's episode, I am currently waiting for Dominick Silva to come in the studio to give an exclusive.
No, fuck all that.
Oh, there he is, right there.
I need reimbursement.
For what?
I need reimbursement. Listen, this shit about 38 minutes from my house.
Bro,
right? You booked me on your show.
Bro,
I need gas money.
I told you. I was like, yo, it's 30 minutes. Are you down? And you said, oh, yeah. Like,
do you know who I am?
Bro, do you know how expensive gas is right now?
Do you know who I am? You see my IG, right?
Yeah.
You see my views. You see my followers. I be pulling out good content and shit. You book me and you want me to come here for free? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to let it slide. Yeah, I look at this later. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let it slide, but next time.
I'm going to keep you here, bro. If you change your mind, if you want to,
I'm going to need some money, though. Right? Because this shit come for free. All right, go ahead. Let's start this shit up. Let's start this shit up.
All right, guys. So episode number 10 is the first double-digit episode. Today's guest is Dominick. Do you prefer Dom or Dominick?
Dom.
Why?
Dom. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Talking to the mic.
Shit, my fault. I'm gonna start.
The mic's like all the way over there.
Fuck, my fault.
No, it's fine.
Nah, I prefer Dom. I don't like Dominick. I never liked that shit. Like, hold on, let me fix this shit.
Do people call you like Dominick Toretto? Like, do they play around with that shit or not?
Don't play around with that shit.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's not funny to me. Shit's really ass. Am I bald? No. Do I drive a muscle car? No. Do I know how to drive stick? No. So it's like, it shit make no sense. So that shit ass. Whoever call me Dominick Toretto.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Are they watching, the people who call you that?
I don't know. I got 9 people watching this shit. I'm waiting for questions though. Let me see.
Yeah. Did they ask any questions? All right, guys. So as you guys know, I'm doing the Instagram Live for people listening to this on iTunes. We place our phones in strategic positions to capture the whole studio, to capture the guests, and then the guest followers, my followers, come on. They ask any question they want, and we answer them. So if they want to engage, if they don't, but while they come up with questions, let's start my first question, because this is a question that I wanted to ask you. It's like, because anybody who goes onto your Instagram sees your content, knows that you're aspiring to be like a comedic influencer, right?
Yep.
So what took you down that path? Like, why comedy? Like, why do you resonate so much with comedy? Who are your major inspirations? I saw that you were watching a Fat Boy video before we started.
Yo.
Is he one of your inspirations? Like, what is it about comedy?
So it's like, growing up, I always thought I was funny. Now people can say I'm not funny. Or, yeah, their own opinion.
No,
right?
It's hilarious.
But I put out my content because I put out content like it's not that serious. Like I'm not like, oh my god, like I have nothing else going for me. Like I want to be like the next big thing. I do it like on my free time, right? So I just have fun with it. But people are just like sometimes like questioning like, why is that shit mad like vulgar? Why is that shit like the way it is? Like, why can't you just do like basic comedy?
Yo, but that's the most funniest type of comedy in my opinion. It's just a comedy because look, I think that, for example, like from an outsider perspective, looking at your content and looking at your videos, like to me, it takes huge balls to do the last video that you did wearing underwear and just like doing that shit. And because you're putting yourself out there, right? And people nowadays, like they're fucking scared to put themselves out there. They're scared of, being criticized and being judged. And you doing it, dude, like props to you, man. Like props to you.
It's like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I wanted to talk about this. Like people are scared to talk about like things like sex, like just those type of things. It's like cringe to people. Like, oh, like we gotta stay away from that.
Off
like
limits.
That's not a topic to talk about. Like just you don't do that. So I put that out because I'm not comfortable with that shit. Like I can literally get butt naked right now and just do some funny shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't care.
Stay tuned.
Like it was like, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that.
That's extra. Y'all gotta pay for that.
But it's like I don't see why. I mean, people think it's funny, right? Because like it's something you don't see. Like when are you ever gonna see a 20-year-old man dressing up in a bra and underwear,
sister's clothes or whatever?
You know what I'm saying? It could be my sister, it could be my mom, my grandma, whoever it is. You know what I mean? But like, it's just I just do it to be funny. Like it's not to be taken seriously. And people that are actually looking at that like, oh, this guy's gay or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I get that too. Like people are like, oh, he's mad gay for that. Like, like, you know.
But those comments, like, are those people who don't know you on a personal level and they just see your shit, or they know you like from like, you know, common friends and stuff? Or
like the thing is like comments or no comments, right? Like whenever I see, like, it's funny, like it's actually mad cool. Like when I go out somewhere and people are like, oh, your shit's mad funny.
Yeah.
And like shit like that. I never really got people like hating on my shit. Like, oh, that's just not whack. And like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's also something, like I said, like it's not like that serious to me. Like, oh my God.
It's
like,
not to be taken serious. It's not like you're fucking bashing on fucking like races and shit or genders or whatever.
So like when people that like, I have people that DM me like, oh, like this shit's like really funny. Like you make me laugh all the time or whatever. And people I don't know. These are people I don't know.
And
so
those
like,
are the best comments too,
yeah,
right?
you know what I mean? Like, cause these are people that I don't know and never knew that followed me. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I did get a lot of followers like throughout these, like I posted maybe like already like 10, 11 videos and I maybe gained like 100 followers and like
through people just sharing the video and just like sending it to people and be like, yo, like check out this guy.
Like
check out this
the
guy.
video that I had in Portugal with Justin when I had like a,
just hilarious.
like a duck,
with the duck thing.
yeah. Like Edgar posted that on his Twitter.
Uh-huh.
With like a funny caption and it got like mad retweets and favorites. Like it's a little shit like that. Like, you know, your boy's always trying to support you and like trying to put you out there too. It's like him with his music. You always put him out there, all that stuff. So but the one thing, it's like it's really hard to come up with ideas though. Cause I try to be like,
I would imagine.
I try to be like really original with it. Like I don't want to be like I watch Fat Boy, I watch Shiggy Show, Capri. You can honestly like it's everybody. I watch all those like comedians or whatever,
famous mainstream guys. Yeah,
but it's like I don't want to do the same thing they're doing. So that's why it's kind of like my shit's like more like explicit. Right, because like they're not really doing that. Because like
you're going the extra mile.
I'm going the extra mile. I'm just like basically embarrassing myself, but it's still funny. Right, like I'm trying to like stem into like more comedic shit, like more relatable shit, but it's like people really like watch that, like the video that I last posted, like people watch it like, what the fuck? Like it's like you don't expect that, right?
It starts with, and that like what the fuck is what incentivates and motivates that person to like turn around to their friend or to their sister or to their brother, mother, and just share it with their friends and show it to their mom and show it to whatever. So that's the viral factor of it. Yeah, because you know you have to have a viral factor, especially nowadays. So you putting yourself out there like that in of itself is a reason to repost. You know, it's a reason to share.
And the thing is, it's like I'm not even like trying to go viral. No. But the thing is, it's like the only way I feel like you could go viral is if you start like
intentionally trying to go viral.
No. It's like if you start like this guy that I seen on Twitter, he does like growl ups. He like growls when he does like these like pull ups or whatever. And like he like trademarked that. So like now it's growl ups, and now he got like mad like mad followers and shit.
No,
those are Nug Boys. They
YouTube
do like
videos, right?
Yeah. That's not him. Okay. But like it's people that like do like the Shiggy Show, right? He was already blown up. But when he got the In My Feelings like thing and like he started doing the dance, that shit went viral. Now he's like at every event. Like he has like he already had 1 million followers, but it's like now he blew up. Like now he's everywhere. Now he's actually making money
to actually do the shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Got it. Do you think that like sometimes people looking at you, they kind of like subconsciously like deep down inside, they're like, damn, I wish I had the courage or the balls or like the like not give a fuck about what people think to do that, but then they don't, and then they hate themselves for it, and then they write the fucking comment like, yo, you're gay, you know, like, yo, like fuck you, you know, like, do you think that has to do with a lot of the comments?
I think
like what do you think goes on inside the head of a hater of your content? If you were to put yourself right now in that hater's shoes, like you're the worst fucking human being possible for you in your perspective towards your content, what would that person be thinking?
I'm gonna answer that question like this. So like, I know I have a lot of, I at a certain point I did have hate for a lot of people. Like I was also in a bad place where I was just like, you know, fuck you. Like, I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck about you. Like, I'm gonna talk shit about you, whatever. At this point in my life, it's like, I don't have hate for anybody. Like, if you have a problem with me, you have a problem with me. But, like, I'm down to, like, settle shit with whoever I have beef with or whoever has problems with me, whatever. So, like, whoever, like, I never personally heard or gotten a comment like, oh, that shit is mad. It's one of my close friends that always fucking around. Like, you're not gonna be my friend. Like, you mad gay with that
playing
shit.
Playing around,
But, like, if that was to happen, right, it's, like, you're just taking it too serious. Right. And like, I'm not doing anything maliciously, like, or trying to make fun of everybody, right?
Harming children or anything.
Like it scares me sometimes to post, right? Because like I never like. This is the thing. I'm literally, when I post a video, I'm in my house sitting there. I don't know, like, I'm just literally sitting there and I'm like, fuck, I want to post some shit today, right? But it's like, when my mom and dad are home or my sister's home, I don't want to, like, record because if they see me recording that bullshit,
they just walk in.
That's curtains. Like, I'm at the fucking house. What the fuck kind of dumb shit you doing, right? Yeah. So I literally, like, sometimes, like, I'll make a video and I leave the house a mess. And my mom comes home because she already knows I make videos and shit. Ever since that, like, that first video when I made with the My Feelings show, my mom and dad and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Ever since that video, she was like, "Oh, he made a video. This is the mess he made a video."
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like when I finally make a video, whatever, and like I have it all. I do like edit it on app or whatever. When I finally have it all done, I'm like, okay. I send it to like my boys. I send it to like Danny Justin, right? Shout out Danny Justin. Shout out Danny Justin.
I sent it. Them to like review it first, to like look over it.
Yeah, to review it. And I'm gonna be honest. Justin always says no. Right? He always says no. He's always like, "Yo, you're gonna get reported. That shit's like that's really explicit. Like, don't post that, whatever." I'm like, listen, I have big balls, right? So I'm gonna post that shit. Danny always just like laughing. He's like, post that shit.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. You know, fuck around. See what the reaction is, right?
Yeah.
So literally, I have my notifications off on Instagram, right? So what I do is I literally post it, have a caption, whatever, post
throw
it.
Your phone.
Throw my phone, right? I go do something for like 15, 20 minutes.
I do the same thing.
And I'm like, all right, if this shit got already like 10, 15 comments, got a good amount of likes, I'm like, all right, this shit good. Like, this shit gonna be all right. This is good here.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's times when I post videos, like, I remember like a couple, like maybe a month or two ago, I posted a video and I posted it for like 20 minutes and it had like 10 likes and that's it. I was like, fuck.
And then you started getting like this, like kind of.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, like I'm deleting it. I deleted it. You get mad, like insecure and shit, like, fuck, this shit wasn't funny. So
but
it's like.
Did it eventually pick up?
No, I deleted it.
Oh,
like at that point, I just delete shit. Like I just don't want it out there because it's like, damn, people are not fucking with it.
Was it because of like the time you posted? Do you know why that happened?
My thing is, I always post, if I'm posting a video, I try not to like aim for the weekend because no one's really on their phone the weekend. They're usually out partying, whatever. Yeah. I do it like Monday through Friday after 8 o'clock because everybody's either home from work, home from the gym. They're all laying in their bed and shit. That's when you post it.
Even Friday's kind of tricky too.
Yeah, Friday is you get a little stupid out there like watching that shit.
Yeah. Kind of like, well, today's not Friday, right? What is it today? Holy shit.
Monday. Monday.
Today's Monday, damn.
Today would have been a good day to post one. But
no, for sure. And what does your because I've seen you posting stories of you literally just sitting down with a yellow notepad and a pen and just asking people like, yo, like help me out with like, topics or whatever. So how does your creative process look like? Like when you're like, all right, so I'm gonna create a video. Like run me through step by step, like how that process looks like until you get to the final product.
So like, I literally, when I make a video, I go like on Fat Boy's page, Shiggy Show page, whatever, just to get ideas, like
to get inspired.
I just get some inspired, get some ideas, whatever.
Got you. Yeah.
Put on some music, right?
What music do you listen to?
Rap, some hip hop.
This is important, during the whole creative process. So rap. What's your favorite artist?
Drake, bro. Tomorrow, I'm going to a concert tomorrow. Front row, baby. I'm out there like this.
Really?
Throw my phone and shit. Hopefully catch that shit. So some hot shit. You know what I mean? Like, Kiki. I'm doing a Kiki dance.
Show you the video.
I'm Kiki. Do you love me? I'm doing all that shit. I'm going all out for that.
All right. So Drake, you put some music on. You're at home.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm at home. I get a little like notepad out, right?
Yeah.
And like so, first I post it, right? Okay. And like the kid that was on here before, Steven, he hit me up once like with an idea and shit. I was like, actually, a good idea. It's hard sometimes because I don't like to be in my videos by myself sometimes because like it's just me. Then I gotta dress up and like try to be somebody else. I like having people. So like I had like Dinah, I had who else? Justin, Camilo, Danny. Like certain people. Like I asked people to be there, and like I honestly eventually want to have like them actually there, not like them sending me videos so I can like loop it and all that stuff.
Yeah, put it together.
So because like I'll be funnier like that.
Yeah,
but
of course, yeah.
It's I just sit there and I just literally have like names like Dom 1, Dom 2.
Okay.
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Wow.
And
so in actual script.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't want to do it. I try to stay away from doing it longer than a minute. Right. I try to keep it like on one so people are not sliding. You know that it just it loses like interest.
Yeah.
So I try to make it as short as possible, and it takes forever. Like I'll be in my room, like recording. Like the one I made with like Justin and the one in Portugal took forever Cause like I had to go butt naked in the hotel hallway. Every time I try to go butt naked, there's a maid outside trying to clean and shit. I'm not trying to get. And we already got like noise complaints and all that because we're making mad noise. I was slamming the fuck out that door, and then I was slapping the shit out of Justin. I love slapping the shit out of Justin. That was the best time. Slapping him was the best feeling. Cause like
it's like take 426, just slapping Justin in the face.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It was the best feeling ever. But like, yeah. So just I write it out and I make it small, make it like try to make it as like funny as possible.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I like it's not even like I go, yo, go watch my video, like comment, go like it, whatever. I literally just let you do what you want to do with it, and hopefully you like it, right?
That's the best way to do it, I think. Yeah, because if you keep trying to like promote your shit and then like sending it, DMing everybody the link, it's like, yo, check out my shit. It's kind of like forcing people.
It's forced. Yeah.
It's forcing people to say that they like it.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's better to do just like you said that you do. It's like you post it and then you throw your phone and then you just go do something else. And then when you open your phone, you're like, holy shit, like people actually liked it.
Yeah.
Are people asking questions? Do you know?
People are just laughing because I'm saying dumb shit.
No, yeah.
So I'm just waiting for people to start. Shout out Camilo. Shout out Flavio. Shout out all these heads.
Shout out everybody.
Shout out everybody watching.
If you guys want to ask questions, if you guys have any questions for Dom, for me, for the podcast, or for everything that's going on, but no, 100%. And I also think like, I don't know, dude. It's like that thing that you said about the attention span. Like, do you think about that when you're editing? Like, do you try to like chop it up in certain like, all right, so after 15 seconds, I'll cut. 15 seconds cut. Like, do you take that into account?
Shit is hard.
It's
right?
hard.
Editing is hard as hell.
It's not fucking easy.
Because like I'll literally like edit and then like it won't come out right, and I try to make another video with it. But it's like I'm good at like making like voices and like playing a different role and all that. So that's not the hard part. But like sometimes you're just like I don't like when I'm forcing a video. Like I'm over there like, okay, I'm gonna post a video. I try posting like every week, right? But I don't want to be there with the fact that it's like this is when I post a video. If I make a video, edit it, it's done, and I watch it and I don't laugh. If I don't even smirk, I'm like, I'm not posting it. Like the videos I post, I laugh.
So you have to be able to laugh at yourself.
Exactly. I laugh at myself all the time, right? Because like the last one that I posted, that it was like me in like a bikini, like basically a bikini, right?
Yeah.
I was crying. Like I was literally in my bed, like laughing at my own shit. And I was like, if people don't like this shit, then I don't know what you like, honestly.
And is that one your most popular one on your brand right now?
The most popular one is the one with my parents. It had like 74 comments or whatever. And then it was the one with me walking in like, I'm a boss ass bitch, bitch. I was
just twerking and shit.
Yeah. And then there was the third one was this one. It was like 50 comments or whatever. The other ones had like 40, 30. So it wasn't anything bad.
Do you think about like reaching out to like local influencers and people within the Newark region or people within like New Jersey and like, yo, like let's collab and let's make a video?
Like I hit up like Camilo. Camilo makes videos. Okay. Like he makes like more Spanish like based videos.
Is it the Fortnite one that you did?
Yeah, that's Camilo. The one in Fortnite.
Okay,
yeah. Like he makes like dancing like videos or whatever, and it's like more Spanish. Like I honestly wish if I was fluent in Spanish, I would make so many funny ass videos
in Spanish.
Because it's like like Spanish moms and shit. Like because like I also watch LeJuan James. It's like he's another he has like 2 million followers. He's mad funny, like does Spanish shit. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, like if I know how to speak this shit, bro. Because like Spanish is mad funny when you're like bugging out with that shit. It's mad funny. Like I would do Portuguese moms, but it's like not that many people are like, you know, like it's either.
You don't think so?
It's either like English, Spanish. That's what I think. Like if I post like Portuguese shit, like people are like, I don't think most of my followers are Portuguese. And honestly, my Portuguese type retarded. So it's like it's not even like it's gonna make sense.
But what if that's an untapped market or niche and you're the first person to like tap into that market? Like what if there's like a bunch of Portuguese moms out there like scratching and like itching to find something that they could relate to, and then they watch this video of this kid like making like you know, like this how Portuguese moms act.
Like this actually like relates because like I have family neighbors that follow me on Instagram, and I'd be shook, son. I'd be like, fuck, I'm posting this shit. They're gonna see this shit. And every time I go to a family wave, it's like, damn,
everybody's like looking at
that's you. My fucking he belongs to me. And like he posting butt ass naked videos on his fucking Instagram and shit. So it's like I remember my aunt, she texted me Like after I posted the like basically bikini video.
Is everything okay?
No. She sent me like a screenshot of like this Portuguese page that they make like funny Portuguese videos, and she's like, "Why don't you try something like this?" And she was low-key throwing shade at like the shit I be posting because I be posting mad sexual, like, bro, but like that's
like,
it.
Let's dumb it down a bit. Like let's try to do something like this.
Yeah. I'm trying to stem away from doing like sexual shit because it's like I don't want to just keep constantly posting that because like it just gets like tiring after a while. But like. I just wanted to explore that side because like that's a side that people are scared of. It's even like in everyday life, like on the news, like, oh, this like sex scandal, oh, he's like sex is like something that's like everybody's like just scared to talk about. They just be mad, like, oh, like 100%. I don't want to talk about this, like, you know what I'm saying? So 100%. It's like, but that's literally
what sells.
Sells. It's what sells, but like it's such a normal thing, and then people are like, people fuck. Yeah. All right, people do that shit.
People fuck.
Like they do that shit. Like, and it's like teachers do it. Your doctor does it. You know, everybody, your family does it. Like everybody does it.
People who like, you don't think fuck.
That's what I'm saying. But like
they fuck.
I just don't like the fact that it's like, oh my god, he's posting something talking about like sucking dick and like all this shit.
Everybody's supposed to like keep it secret.
I'm like, bro, like why are you so scared of it? Like people they just be out there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be doing their shit, right? Like, like people like shouldn't be scared of that shit. Like I just do it because like yes, I'm 20 years old. Like I do have very nice sex and do all sexual shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you do that shit. Like, and people
just
are like,
it out there.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, pussies.
But that thing though, like that's interesting. Like I think that if you were to tap into that and like make like a video in Portuguese and just like, but like something that real fucking Portuguese people could like relate to. It's like that, like very, you know, I don't know.
Bro, I'll put my, like I try putting my mom in videos because like she obviously speaks better Portuguese than me, but she don't know how to fucking act. Like she does not know how to act. She
keeps like smiling.
Like no, bro. Like I tried making a video of like, oh, me waking up late to like school or some shit, and she'll be like does not know how to like get in character. So she'll just be like, Nick, acorda, Nick. But like she'll be like laughing through that shit. I'm like, bro, stop laughing. Like I'll be yelling at her because she don't know what the fuck she's doing. She don't know how to act. So I'm like, I want to put people in my videos and shit, but it's like if you don't know how to act, like I'm not talking about like
amateurs.
Like you know what I'm saying? They amateurs. Y'all amateurs for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Monique. Shout out Monique. She watching this shit.
You gotta keep. Oh, shout out Monique.
Shout out Monique. She was on this shit.
Yeah. You have to keep high standards, man. I mean, do you know Rudy from Vine?
Yeah.
Used to make like a bunch of like Hispanic videos and stuff, and like that's how he blew up, right? Because he started making. And it's interesting though, like these people blew up. Like it's crazy because you have to take a bunch of shit into account. So around the time where Trump was talking about all of the immigration shit and build that wall and stuff, a lot of people blew up because of their Hispanic videos. Because like people want to repost that as a way to be like patriotic towards their culture. It's like, yo, fuck you, Trump. This guy represents me. This guy's funny. This guy's famous. He's making money and shit, and you know, and fuck you. So like, if you could do that now, I think that it would be a good time to like touch, you know, and try to immerse yourself in that immigrant market or whatever.
Yeah, I'm definitely testing. I'm gonna definitely test those waters, right? But the thing that sucks is now that school's starting.
Oh right? Yeah,
so it's like
less time.
You don't have that much time and shit. So it's like.
Do you ever think about doing those prank videos on like college campuses and shit?
This is the thing, right? In my house,
okay,
my mom and dad pay for college, right? And they will hurt me if I were to ever fuck around and like I'll be watching those motherfuckers like the Nug Boys and shit, putting like porn on and like what the full. Yeah. If I was to do that shit, bro, like I am not coming home for like 3 weeks.
What if you made like block them on like?
The only thing I would probably do, like at Rutgers, like they have like Dana Library, right? And I would try to do some dumb shit in there, right? I would just go in there and probably do some like bullshit.
Okay.
But like I would never do some shit in a lecture hall. Cause like professors and shit, like I would not want to go to like the dean and all that shit. Like my grades are they're decent, they're good to like go and shit. So I don't want to fuck anything up that's gonna get me kicked out or anything.
How about like just walking around campus and just like interacting with people who are like getting from like one class to another, and then you just ask them like funny questions and just say like, I don't know, like try to get their reaction because people really like that shit.
What I was trying to do, like I wanted to make like a prank video where it's like I'm kind of like in disguise, and like I just have like a lot of my friends come and like try to like scream like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but just like see like people start like
maybe with a hat, sunglasses, a hoodie, and just walk through.
See people just start like tailing me, like try to follow me and shit. Like I would try doing that shit, but like also like on campus, like I would probably like like there's like all those videos of people like but like. On campus, it would be more like I would ask questions about like like just random shit. Like I don't know. It also depends because like that's only like when Vine came out. A lot of people that were normal ass people like made it because like they just got famous off of it. Yeah, they got famous off it, and that was just a way to like it was 6 seconds of like comedy or whatever your thing was, and people made it. Yeah. So it's honestly like I would do that. If I was like a little more like out there, like it was like, oh, that's that kid Dom. If I show, listen, if I show up to Rutgers and people are like, oh, I watch your shit's funny, maybe, right? Yeah, but like if people are just like, oh, what the fuck this kid, random ass kid, right? I'm not gonna really like, you know.
But what if they didn't know that you're making a video, and what if like you not being recognized is actually like a weapon that you could use? Because like then you'll just go on campus, approach a group of girls and tell them like, do you guys prefer a 5-inch or an 8-inch dick? And they just get their reaction.
That's a good one.
And then like have a person like hidden camera shit and just capture their reaction.
So that like if I was to do that, I would low key just be like kind of cautious because like nowadays. He's trying to like assault me and go to like the campus police and shit.
He's such a sexist. He's such
bugging the fuck out. Like girls now, dog. Like they are on their shit. Like it's complicated. They trying to get that check. No cap. They trying to go out there like, oh yeah, he violated me. Like anything. Shit. Like
molested me verbally and shit.
I can be this far away from her. I feel get away. I feel violated. All this shit. Yada yada. Like they be bugging. Like
he just raped me mentally and shit.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. That's a good point because a couple of years ago, like all of these famous YouTubers, like that's what they would do, but it would work back then. But now with all of these like social justice warriors and shit, these keyboard justice warriors or whatever on Twitter, and then people would start bashing you. It's like, oh my god, like that's so sexist and that's so like disgusting.
I hate that
like,
shit. So
talk about dicks, like oh my god, like just because they're women and shit, it's like, dude, relax, relax. But what you said about having people like run up and pretend like they're paparazzis and try to get like pictures of you and shit. Did you know that that's how the Kardashians got to the point they're at? Kind of. Of course, there's a sex tape and everything involved, but that's one of their strategies to like kind of like try to get more and more famous. They would literally walk in to a restaurant, like they would pick a random restaurant in LA, walk in, sit down, order a water, go on their phones and tell the paparazzis that they hired that they were at that spot. And then those paparazzi would be outside waiting for them and they would just walk out. So like they found a way, I call it the Kardashian effect. It's like they found a way to make everything they do interesting and seem like it's something that needs attention and draws attention to. So like if they're fucking like taking a shit, they're like, oh, I'm going to go take a shit and in this public bathroom. And then like everybody's going to wait outside. It's like, oh, Kim, like how was your shit? Was it good and stuff? And then that simple act, like that's what they do. But I think that's important though, because it creates like a hype around you.
The thing is, like, I'm not socially awkward. I don't think I'm socially awkward.
No, yeah.
Right. So the only fear I have about doing dumb shit in public is like getting arrested. Right.
Okay.
Like if I was to ever do, like, I don't want a record. Right. Yeah. And like my parents are really lenient. Yeah. Right, like in a sense, but like when it comes to like the law and shit like that, like they're just mad strict. And I obviously don't want to get arrested either for doing dumb shit. I don't think I would ever take it to like a point where it's like mad extreme, like I like fucking bash a car's window in or whatever. Of course not. But like a lot of people, like the world is really sensitive now, right? So a lot of people can take shit the wrong way and just like their viewpoints are not the same as mine. Yeah, like I'm really free spirited, like
liberal.
I'm not like anal about anything. Yeah. Right. So it's like I'm just really like I
go with the flow.
Go with the flow type shit. Like
yeah. Don't you think that people being so anal nowadays and so strict and so sensitive, like maybe what you're doing, like I view the shit that you're putting out, like I think it's just a matter of time before it actually like really, really blows up, because I think that we're at a point right now where everybody's like kind of like insecure. Everybody's like scared of like expressing themselves. And then when they see somebody like you'll be kind of like the spokesperson for their insecurities kind of. right?
Yeah.
So you're out there and you're putting yourself out there. So I think that like putting out like the more, of course, like just like you said, you don't want to just solemnly make sexual content, because I'm also a firm believer in that. Like a comedian, a person that does a certain thing, like you can become a caricature of your own self, kind of, and like that's something that you should avoid, I think, because otherwise you'll be known as Dom, the kid who does bikini videos, and that's not good. So you have to be like a well-rounded.
I do more than bikini videos.
Off screens, yeah. Are people asking any questions yet?
They're literally just having their own conversation on my shit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm waiting. Actually, Katarina, I want you to ask me a question, please. Like, just ask me anything right now. Yeah. But I also want to talk about like what you sent me earlier. You're like something happened to you like this past weekend type shit. You said something happened to you. You want to like talk about it like in the week. Something like, would you say some crazy shit?
Oh yeah, the conspiracy theory stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm kind of like a nut when it comes to conspiracy theories and shit, and I'll go deep into it. Like, have you ever gotten down that YouTube loophole where you watch a video and then you click on the next video and then you go deep,
late night.
Late night.
Late night YouTube.
Late night alone. Like the only light is the light on your computer and shit. Like I did that this weekend, and I started looking into like, do you believe in lizard people?
Lizard people?
Lizard people.
Like what is that?
It's that a reptilian race dominates the world or some shit. Cause like I've been watching some creepy ass videos where they got like up close shots of like Rihanna, Katy Perry and shit, and their eyes like fucking like they blink like lizards and shit. It's like they captured on camera during interviews where they just like fucking snakes and shit. And then I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck is that?
First of all, I ain't never ever heard about no lizard people.
No,
but
oh my god,
I'm like horrified. The thing about conspiracy theories is like, I think it all started like for me, like knowing about them and like looking at them was like 9/11 when they were like
George Bush
ghost smoke and shit. Like you see whatever. Like people that are really into that, like I'm talking about like that I feel like they try to edit a lot of, I don't know. To me,
a lot of footage. And
it's
shit,
like
right?
It's just a lot of editing and shit. But like a lot of people are like indulge in that and whatever. Yeah. But I never got into conspiracy theories. I was just more like, if I see it, I believe it or I don't,
not, and then just move on.
And, but like, cause like certain shit, like lizard people, I'm like, shit like hell no, I don't know fuck lizard people. Like I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
But like the only thing like I'm mad interested in, like, is like paranormal shit. Right? Like that's like, and I saw you talking about it with like Edgar and all that stuff. Some like that shit happened with that with the bathtub thing, the husband, the dead butt.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Time travel. Yeah.
I like that's the only thing I'm like interested in. Like like death and like paranormal
Afterlife.
shit.
Yeah.
Afterlife. That's what I'm interested in, because it's like I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Right?
Yeah.
And every time I think about okay, we're talking about death now. All right, very
dark, drastic switch
dark stuff
right now. Drastic turn.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so we were asking you questions. That's why. Give me 1 second. What was no. All right, fuck all that. Hold on. I'll look at it after. All right. So like every time, it's always like late night when you're like by yourself and shit. And you're just in your room. You're like, I'm 20, right? So it's like the human lifespan's like 80 years old, right?
Yeah,
some shit.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
So it's like, let's say I die when I'm 80. What the fuck's next? Right? It's like when you die. You die. It's like that's it forever and ever and ever. And I'm like, fuck.
Do you start getting scared?
I get scared as fuck,
bro.
I
start like hyperventilating. I'm like,
no. I began like goosebumps and shit, because it's like when you think about it, like when you're like people that you're close to like die and stuff like that, you're just like fuck, like that could be anybody, right? Like, and it's like, now what happens to them, right? They're just like, the thing is like, someone dies, you have a funeral, everybody's there like, you know, mourning their loss and all that, and then you got to move on after, right? But it's like, I've been to like funerals and like for family, for friends and stuff like that, and it's just like, when's my time, right? And it's like, am I gonna be like, I always think about this, like I'm gonna be out there with like God and like, you know, like floating around like space and shit. Can I like come down like back into Earth and just like, you know, we watching everything and shit?
I think a lot about that.
And it's like, I don't fucking know, right? So it's mad scary to think about. Am I gonna like, I had like this dream once when it's like, am I gonna be, if I die, am I gonna be born again? But it's like
reincarnation type shit.
It's like, I came through the vaginal of my
vaginal
mother,
canal,
right? And it's like, how how is this me? Like how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how? Okay, I am me now. I'm Dominic. Like Dom. Yeah. Fuck Dominic. Like I come out now and I'm like, this is me. This is like I have life.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so who tells me that I can't come out of like a Mary or something, like in like 60 years when I die?
Switzerland.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, okay, I'm reborn from some other woman, right? And if I go to a cemetery in Newark, am I gonna see my tombstone there? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I died. I already died. Now, if I go, like, I'm obviously not gonna know who I am. Yeah. If I go to like my tombstone,
that's deep.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like I be thinking about the shit late. I be like, fuck, and then I be like in my bed, like, shit, like,
damn, that's deep as fuck. I never thought about that.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's like, I'm not like religious, so it's not like you know, like I was having a conversation with Danny about this the other day. It's like when I went to high school, it was a Catholic school, and he was like, he doesn't believe in God, like the headmaster.
Okay.
Right? He doesn't believe in God.
Person that's commanding everything.
He doesn't believe it. He has faith. So like he has the faith that he's there, but you can't believe something you've never seen.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's no belief that you've seen that, and like, you know what I mean? But you have faith. That's what going to church is. You have faith in God and all that. Yeah. But like, you can't believe something. Like, I never seen God. Like, there's people are like, oh, like I prayed and this happened or whatever.
A miracle.
But it's like, I'm really skeptical of all that shit.
It's very relative to each person's experience, I think. Like, you know,
it's mad skeptical. Like, okay, people, it's just different from mad people. Like, for me, it's like, when it's times get rough, I pray, right, and I hope for the best, right. But like, my grandfather died like 3 years ago, right? And like, I pray. I was like, I hope, like, you know, he makes it out of this or whatever. But like, he died. Yeah. Right. So it's like, oh man, I'm like, okay, like, God doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how some people think. It's like God doesn't exist. I'm like, I have faith that there's a higher power.
Me
right?
too. Yeah.
Like, I have faith in that. But I'm not like those religious freaks that are like reading the fucking Bible like page by page. I have friends that do that shit. Yeah. Like, and I'm not even gonna. I already know. She knows who it is. Yeah. Like, I already know she knows who I'm talking about. Yeah. But like, she just like always be like talking about like God and like the Psalms and all this stuff, and like, I'm just like, I'm just like, whatever, right? It's different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, different people have different ideas about like what they believe in and all that. But that shit that I told you about, like being reborn and like I see I won't know who I am, like who Dominic is.
But will Dominic's tomb be there?
I'm born as fucking Steven, right? Will Steven know who Dominic was? Will the Kardashians still be known? You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. Like, we go through this life. Shit happens. What's gonna be? Is there an end of the world? You know what I'm saying, that's all the shit I think about. This is a late night, like late, like 3 a.m. type shit. Yeah.
No, but I think the same thing. But that shit that you said about being reborn as Steven and then just going to fucking Newark and seeing Dom's tomb, like, that in of itself, like, holy shit.
Like, no, I think about that shit. Like, that shit's mad. Like, it's mad.
Even if Steven doesn't know that he was once Dom, but damn, son, like, that's, I don't know, because I think that religion is a good thing to have, but I'm against like people who are like really, really fucking radical and that go like off the deep end with it. And just like you said, like, you're having a casual conversation about fucking, I don't know, fucking donuts. And then the person just fucking cites a fucking quote from the Bible saying, thou shalt not eat donuts or whatever, because this is what's gonna fucking happen. Like, I hate those type of people. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't believe in God either. Like, that there's like a humanoid figure, you know, a person that looks like us. Because I think that if there was a superior being, then why the fuck would we be audacious enough to fucking believe that he would be similar to us, if that makes any sense?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, if there's like a higher power, then it's not going to be fucking human or whatever. Are they asking any questions?
Hold on. It's just like my shit's like,
just like internal conversations and shit. Fuck. Everybody's trying to sell shit. It's like, yo. Like,
no, there was 2 questions. There was, what's your point of view on social media?
Oh, okay.
And what's one thing that scared you about society nowadays?
Oh, all right. So let's get the first one down.
Hold on, wait. I'm just I don't know why the fuck my camera's not working now. I might have to end it, I think. No, wait. I don't want to end it, though. Fuck. Hold up.
All right, guys. So we're currently, for those of you who are listening to the podcast on iTunes, we're fixing the IGTV Live.
Hold on.
Just a minute,
Live.
Real quick.
Start. I think you're going to have to, like, go back on.
Go back on it? All right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start on mine and then you join? Or
No, I already have mine started.
Oh, okay.
Mine's already started, so, like, just request it, because I'm going to put it just sideways. Hold up. Yeah, just request it. And there it goes. View. Scroll up. Yeah, it's good. All
right, so do you want to talk about the first question about social media? What do you think about social media? All right.
I think... okay, you go first.
No.
I'll go.
All right.
Social media, I think, to me, is awesome as fuck. Like, to me, like...
Why?
First of all, like, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I mean, I don't really like Snapchat anymore. I don't use it. I post more, like... I post Instagram more.
Yeah.
Like, way more.
Instagram stories.
Because, like, Snapchat, as an adult, it's like... You're not pushing anything on Snapchat. Like, you can't really do anything on Snapchat. Like, you're just literally posting, like, you send pictures to your friends or whatever. Yeah. On Instagram, you can do that shit, like, on your story.
Yeah.
And, like, more people I feel like, are on Instagram and Twitter.
I think so, too, because Snapchat, it's more of that intimate thing, right? So it's like, if I see you at a party, I'm like, yo, like, add me on Snapchat. But Instagram's like, everybody that follows you has access to that. And there's, like, more access, more exposure. Yeah. So you don't use it at all.
I stopped. I used to use it a lot when I was like younger, but I stopped using it. So it's like I'm on Instagram and Twitter way more.
Yeah.
But I think like social media is really good and it's also really bad.
Yeah.
Like really bad in the sense that it's like the common shit, like people get bullied on it, like but the good is like it's helped in a lot of situations, like school shooting shit. Like people post that like
raise awareness and stuff.
Yeah, it like it lets people know, like a lot of like, and then when shit like that happens, officers, all that shit, they go through like social media to discover who these people are.
Yep.
Like it's helpful in a way, but like for me, I just use it a lot. Like I'm always on Instagram, Twitter. I'm always posting shit. So it's like,
I think that it's good because it gives a lot of people opportunities that a couple of years ago, like nobody would really have the opportunity to blow up like Fat Boy blew up and all of these, Instagram influencers. And at the same time, just like you said, I think that social media in general, it's a double-edged sword, like there's a good side, there's a bad side. I think that the bad side is that people become very plastic and very superficial, I think. And people tend to associate their value towards what they portray on social media. So like all of their value and all of their worth, they kind of make that, I don't know how to explain it, but I think that people become very vacant because of social media. And like a person could be going through like mad depressive shit or a depressive state of their lives. And they'll go on social media and Instagram and just take a picture of them smiling and shit and like make their life seem like it's fucking incredible and it's 100%. And I think that the bad thing is also like, for example, I'm really into entrepreneurship and business and all that stuff. So if I'm aspiring to do something in whichever sector, let's use you as an example. So you go onto Fat Boy's Instagram. He has like millions and millions of followers. His content's good. Famous people are liking it, commenting and shit. And then you're like, yo, like he's on a cloud right now. Like he's on a fucking, pedestal. So you kind of look at him as being this unattainable, unpalpable thing that you can't really achieve. So you look at him and you're like, fuck, like I'll never be able to get to that level. But what people don't portray on Instagram and social media is the grind that it took and the process and the journey to get to that place. So that's my only I guess beef with social media. It's like people aren't putting it out like it actually is, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
for me though, right? So like I started watching Fat Boy, Shiggy Show, all these guys like when they had no followers. They were like at 100K, 200K, like whatever.
No followers, 100K, 200K.
No, but like they're like at millions now, right? But it's like they're smart. You know what I'm saying? They market their stuff. They go out and have events. Like people want to see the like. When it comes to celebrities, right? Like at the hotel I was at, Shawn Mendes was there, right? And
I saw that you posted about it. Yeah.
And I was in the gym working out, and I literally just saw the man walk through the door of the gym, literally like 10 inches away from me, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And it's not like Shawn Mendes, I know who he is. Like I know of him, I know his music and stuff. I looked at him, and it's like they look so untouchable, like because like on some no homo shit, right? That he looked good, right? like his face was like, you know, like perfect and shit. And I looked at him, I was like this motherfucker looked like he looked too good. Like he has to. I know him from somewhere. And then I'm looking at him. He go on a treadmill, and he has like a tattoo like of a cross or some shit on the like right here in the back of his arm. And I'm like, I go to Justin. I'm like, yo, is that Shawn Mendes? So I go on like Instagram and shit, look at his story, and he had the same exact view that I posted. I was like, fuck. This guy's right here, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Shawn Mendes, get your autograph. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Yeah. But there was a little girl there that recognized him. She did that, bugging the fuck out.
Wow.
And then she was like, oh my god, Shawn Mendes. So he dipped. Like he literally walked like 3 steps on the treadmill and walked the fuck out.
He didn't like talk to her?
No, like he was just like, he didn't want anybody to notice him, right? Because like he's there by himself. Like his team wasn't there with him.
Okay.
And then like Danny also dumb as fuck when it comes to that shit. Like Shawn Mendes was literally in front of Danny like this. Like right here, face to face. Like he could have kissed him, right? Type shit. And he did not even recognize him. I was like, yo, you know Shawn Mendes just walked right in front of your face, right? This is the next day, like during breakfast and shit. I don't know. I was eating my pancakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like some people just don't like. I'm on social media a lot, so I know who celebrities are. Like, I know what they look like and shit. Like I can like tell these people are. But like I feel like when I see celebrities, it's like they're just like godly,
unattainable.
Like they're unattainable shit.
Like
tomorrow,
field around them
like tomorrow I'm going to like the Drake concert and shit, and I'm trying to get like front row. And when I look at this man, right, I'm just be like, damn, like I see this guy, like he posts that music, like he posts on Instagram, like he has like 35 million followers, whatever. Like Migos are gonna be there too. So it's like these guys are like guys I see on World Star, like a bunch of videos and shit, and they're literally right there. But it's like.
But at the same time, they're not right there.
Yeah, it's just like you can't like it's just a different like perspective. It's not like I see you, you see me. It's like we're just normal ass people, right? And it's when it's like celebrities, it's just like it's a different like vibe when it comes when it's like to be honest with it.
Did you ever like think about approaching him? Like, did you think about like not approaching him in that like, oh my god, like you're Shawn Mendes and you're this and you're that, but like approaching him on like a human level and like maybe like going on the treadmill that he was using and then like going on the treadmill next to him and then maybe just like talk about like, yo, like how is fame? Like
I wanted to make a video so bad. I want to make a video so bad. I wanted to like literally do it mad like discreet, like record myself. You know, tough day. All right, I'm about to really start working out and shit, and just catch him in the video and at him in it like he was like a part of it,
and then put him in the title and shit.
Right, because everybody's like, oh my god, you watch Shawn Mendes, you know Shawn Mendes is friend and shit like that. But I was like, nah, like I don't like being that guy that's like.
Forcing shit and like forcing connect.
I just because I would also feel bad because it's like they're trying to be like normal and just do normal shit and people don't let them do that. Like sometimes I wonder like if I was a celebrity with like 35 million followers, like right now I'm like, oh yeah, I would want that attention. Like everybody's like, I go to like Starbucks and I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody start bugging out and shit. But like when it's like repeatedly happening, it's probably like I could see like that shit being like mad annoying.
I think it probably gets exhausting as fuck.
Yeah, like you just can I take a picture? Like it gets annoying.
Like zero privacy, and you can't just walk out your house alone and all that shit. But would you like be like, what if you approached him on like a human level though, and like you're just like pretend that you like don't even know who he is, and you just hopped on a treadmill like next to him, and then you just like play it off like very casual and very chill, like oh shit, like. I've seen you before, haven't I? And then like maybe he says like
you know what the fuck
like,
I am.
Like no, or he could say like yeah, like I make music and stuff, and then maybe you guys could even like connect and you
sing with me, bro. Let's make a song together.
Yo, just like slapping in the face and be like, yo, sing that song right now. It's like a fucking monkey and shit, you know. But I think that's how people. I hate how people look at celebrities and they see them as being like a public domain, you know, like it's you're obligated to take a picture with me because I own you, because like I'm the fucking reason behind your success, because like everybody's talking like you wouldn't be shit without your fans.
That is facts though. That's facts.
It's facts, but at the same time, it's like yo, like he grinded and he sacrificed his own shit. Like it's not like he's 100% dependent on you and stuff.
Yeah.
But that would be a dope ass video, like having Shawn.
Oh, absolutely. I would be bugging out if I had that shit. Like, I mean, I'm posting that shit, like no editing or anything. Like, just post it out there. Yeah, but you know what I mean? If I was to go like on a human, just a human approach on it, like, yo, you're just a regular guy, whatever. Yeah. Like, I feel like you would already know. It's like you're just trying to talk to me.
Because
like, you know
a lot of people probably do that.
No one just like goes up to some random person and try to have a conversation. Unless some weirdos. Like, there'd be some weirdos out there and shit.
Like, but you have a perfect face. It's like,
I'm telling you though, dog. Like, he looked like he was like a wax like figure and shit.
Figure, yeah.
But I don't know. No. Sometimes I like imagine myself like. When I was younger, I was like, I want to have like 1 million, 2 million followers. I want to be like famous and shit. And that's everybody. I feel like everybody wants to have like some type of like fame or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's just a very like, I have short-term goals and I got long-term goals, right? Yeah. Short-term is like finishing college, right? And it's not like people are like, oh, like you want to have a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life, like shit like that. But like, there's things that are interesting to me. Like, I want to do like government shit, all that. Yeah. But I do this stuff on the side because it's like a hobby. Like, I like making people laugh. Yeah. I like doing funny shit. It's just extra
fulfillment in a way.
If some shit were to blow up, I ain't gonna say no. Like, I should blow up, right? Like, there's an opportunity there that if I never did it, I wouldn't know what was gonna happen with it. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, having that 9-to-5 is a good like fallback.
Yeah.
In case
I like people have their opinions about college and all that stuff. Like, I want to have a degree, so it's like my backup. Cause I also, when I graduate, like I want to do a lot of exploring and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
traveling,
like, but like the funny shit, like I just like doing comedy. I was always never like, my family knows that I am a clown. Like, I always joke around and shit. Like, I always do bullshit. Like, I'm not like a serious when I'm mad, if I am just. I'm not talking, quiet. Not smiling. I'm just there, like mad quiet. Right? Like, people, I just, and it's you're entitled to your own opinion. Like, if you don't think it's funny, like if you don't think I'm funny, it's alright. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool.
Just do you, man.
Just do you. I think I'm funny, and I will post bullshit on my Instagram.
And that's good though. Like, having belief in yourself, because I think like that's the first step for you to, be able to survive all of the criticism and shit, because people are going to inevitably try to bring you down and stuff and try to like tell you that that's not the way to go. But if you were to blow up, all right, so if you were to blow up, like blow up, like one video, puts you out there, and then like all these celebrities, try to hit you up for like collabs and shit. One thing that I've asked you this before, I think it was the day at Patio when I told you about the whole podcast. It was like me, you, Erica, and I don't know if Bruno was yeah. But do you ever think about like creating a YouTube channel?
That's the thing. Everybody always says that, make YouTube, but in a way, I feel like YouTube isn't what it was before. Right?
Also,
it's like for certain shit, it's good, right? Like certain things, it's good to have, but like for me, time wise, right? I don't think it's like worth my time, right?
I get it.
I've seen these like this guy is like, his name's Rennie, Shiggy, Fat Boy. They all try to make YouTube channels, but it doesn't never like blows up like that. I feel like YouTube is like, if you're making like vlogs and shit. Like, I don't want to vlog about my life. Like, I don't want to like talk about like people do that. People like that. Like they can vlog about their life, whatever. Yeah. But like, to make like it's just really time consuming, YouTube. And you always got to be like on it, like you always want to try to like be on it. And a lot of people, like, I know a lot of people that like got onto YouTube, but they always give up because they only have like 10 subscribers.
Yeah.
I think you got off of it
again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so good, but
I think it's the battery.
Yeah, it is. Ask questions now. Let's go on again. Bait. Okay, hold on. View. Fuck. Wait, view. Yes, sir. Is it going? Connecting. Waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
But I agree 100%. And the whole like, it's all different types of content too. Like you can't like really put like 1 minute. Like you can, but it's not like the people that go on YouTube. They go to be like entertained for like hours and hours. Because just like I did, I went on YouTube without like any expectations, and I just clicked on this video that seemed interesting. They talk about conspiracy theories, and then I'll go like in this wormhole, in this loop. And when I look at the fucking time, it's like I spent like 4 hours just like looking at dumb shit. Yeah, and like that's what people like to do. So,
like, to be honest, people are really fucking lazy, right? So like, if I was to post on my Instagram story, yo, go subscribe to my fucking YouTube. They're not going.
People don't.
They look at it. They're not going to that shit.
I've tried that very style.
Right? People only care about themselves. At the end of the day, that's what it is. They care about their well-being first.
100%.
Get their shit done. That's what they care about first. They can go fuck about you. I know there's a handful, maybe like 5-6 people that actually give a fuck about me. Like they'll actually go out there and support you. Yeah. And I fuck with those people, right? But it's like there's not like if I was to make a YouTube channel today and be like, yo, go subscribe. I have 1,000 whatever followers on Instagram, right? If I was to post that shit on my story, I get like 500 views like per story. If I was to post that shit, I'm getting like 10 subscribers max, right? Because no one really like they're not gonna. It's you putting that shit out there, but they're not gonna take the time to go on YouTube, click on the link, and subscribe, sign into your account, all this shit.
Because you have to make it like easy for them, right? So like the more difficult and the more steps you put in front of them, like the more like fuck you they'll be. You know, the stronger the fuck you. I think.
And it's like people only care if you do blow up. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Hold on, real quick. I think that the camera turned off.
Oh, I fuck.
It turned off right now, though, so we're still good. It's just I forgot to fucking connect this shit. Alright, guys, hold up. But I still got everything over there, so I'll just like cut it to that one, and then. But it just turned off, so we should be good. I forgot to fucking plug it back in because I showed you the clips and shit. Alright, there we go.
Was it recording the whole time though, or was it just?
No, it just shut off.
Oh, because you can see it from there, right?
I heard it actually.
Why?
And then I just plugged it back in, but it's like maybe a minute off, but that's it.
Yeah. All right.
It got everything. Yeah.
What were we talking about?
YouTube and about like making people do too much work to get to your content. And I feel like it's important for you to like give people value, right? Because I'm a huge believer that like, just like you said, people are very self-conscious that people only care about themselves. So why the fuck should I click on your video or go to your profile, put in the work to click on that link that's in your profile, go to your YouTube channel, load the screen, and click subscribe and click the alert? Like why? Like what's in it for me? So like that's what people always ask.
At the end of the day, it's always when you make it.
That's when shit changes.
If you make it, it's like,
I was always
like,
there.
You remember me, right? Like, you remember that time in like 8th grade? Like, we were like hanging out all the time. I know you remember. It's like, it's only when you make it that people give a fuck, right? And that's a reality. Like, it's the reality of it, right?
100%. Right?
Like, and all these like people that were nothing and like blew up, they always mention that shit. They're like, yeah, now you want to hit me up. Now
nobody was there.
You were talking mad shit before. Now you want to hit me up and shit. It's just a normal thing, right?
Yeah.
That's just normal. It's like normal situation.
How people are. Yeah.
But it's like, that's really a long-term ass thing for me. Like that's not something like I'm pushing like, oh, I want to blow up and be famous. I just like, listen, I have the followers that I have. I just post shit, see what happens with it, and that's it. Like I'm not like looking to reach out and like blow up. Like I want to be like famous. Like I'm not cocky about that or anything. I don't want to force that shit. Like I just let it happen. All right. So
I think that like that's how you actually blow up though. Like most people that blow up, like that's how like that's their approach. Like they never really give a fuck. And then like everybody that tells that story, it's like, oh, like how did you blow up, or what was the song that blew up? And then they always talk about like Russ, you know, like, oh, I put this song out and then I went to sleep and then I woke up the next day and boom, like 2 million hits. Yeah. And so like it happens without you like you know, like obviously you want it to blow up, but you're not like force feeding people and like yo, you know, share this shit, like it, subscribe. And I think that's, you know, that's very like, talk about vlogging. Why don't you like vlogging? Like, have you tried it before? Because I have my opinion on it based on like personal experience, and I stopped vlogging actually, and I'm gonna talk about why. Yeah. But what's your like? Have you ever tried like buying a camera and just walking around with it and shit?
My life is boring, right?
Okay.
So it's like I wake up, like my normal schedule. Wake up, get on Fortnite, right? Chill out on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Eat something, go to the gym, come home, right? And that's it. Like, there's nothing like a vlog, like Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
He vlogs.
He's always doing crazy
but
shit.
Bro, like, he lives in a fucking castle. Like,
jumping off the fucking house.
You know what I'm saying? There's shit that he can do. Like, like he can, like, walk around his house and it's a whole vlog. Like, it's 15 minutes. Like, it's just, like, if I'm doing a vlog, like, it's, like I said, like, no one's really gonna give a fuck about it. Like, you're gonna have 10 people like that really care and like will watch your shit, but it's like I will always stick to this. It's only when you blow up that you will get attention from everybody.
Shit. Yeah.
Right? Because like now he's making money now, or he's hanging out with like fucking like P Diddy and fucking Drake and shit like that. It's like that's
so now it's interesting.
It's you're interesting now. Like wow, like I want to be a part of that. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. I went through an experience with vlogging. I don't know if you ever saw like the vlogs that I used to put out. It was kind of like a Gary Vee type style shit.
Yeah.
It's like a third person and stuff. And what I noticed was like, I think that especially in your case, for example, like I think that when you're vlogging and you're trying to make your life interesting for other people, I feel like you go about your day constantly trying to impress the people who are watching you and who you're taking along. So in my creative process, because I consider like building Fiber Fitness is a creative endeavor, right? Because it's something that requires you to be, you know, both rational, creative and stuff. And so I was feeling like everything I was doing, I was kind of like in the back of my mind, I was thinking, all right, so what can I say right now to make it interesting for the vlog? And so it kind of started getting in the way of my creative process, because you're constantly like trying to like, you know, prove to people or impress them or say something dope, you know, that'll inspire them and stuff. And just like you said, I think that Gary Vee's vlogs are a success because he's a success. So like people watch it because he's relevant, right? And I felt really entitled having somebody follow me around filming, you know. It's kind of like who the fuck does this kid think he is, you know, like having a cameraman and shit, like that's kind of like stupid. It felt that way to me, but it was a good experience because I, you know, got to that point where I noticed that, I realized that. And I think that vlogging in general, like I think like imagine you going to chill with your boys and you're that guy who brings a camera and you're like talking in third person, like, what's up guys? I'm here right now with, you know, with so-and-so, and we're about to do this. It's like you're always like trying to fucking like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think vlogging is a good move. I don't think, like, if you're a creative person.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I fuck, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I fuck with the fact that you post the shit you post on your Instagram story. Like, I watch that shit. Like, you post what you post, right? And it's like, even though like people aren't like, they're like, you know, you're not Gary Vee, right? You're not, you didn't blow up, right? Yeah. But like, you didn't give up on that shit, right? You're just constantly posting this shit. Like you always like have like the fucking like highlighted shit.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
always like you always like
yeah.
you make like all these edits and stuff, like because you give a fuck about like what you
about the
you
content.
care about what you want to do. This is your future. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
So you give a fuck no matter like if anybody's watching it. Like you're just putting your shit out there. So hopefully one day like
somebody would appreciate it.
But I'm pretty sure you have people that like mention your shit. Like they're like, yo, they fuck with your shit, whatever. So like same thing for me. Like I post my shit, like if you, and like I said, if you like it, you don't. And like when it comes to like content, right? I try to make my videos relatable to like both genders, right? But more towards girls than to guys, right? Because I've done like a little like analysis shit,
research
shit, right?
Yeah.
First of all, like most of my followers are girls. They're like I did it like my insights and shit. So it's like 64% of like girls, the rest are guys, right?
Yeah.
So I try to focus it more on girls. But what I've realized is like guys will watch your shit. They'll probably laugh, but they won't like
they won't actually interact.
They won't interact with it, right? But like girls are like they're always like interacting with your shit.
Outspoken and
shit.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I try to like I never try to make my videos that it's like only guys will understand this shit. Yeah. Right? I try to make it like more like, you know, both guys and girls, so like they're both getting like the like a grasp of it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when people ask me like they were just like yeah, so like I said before about like the sexual shit and all that, right? Not it's relatable in a sense that fuck, now I lost what I was gonna say.
in the sense that everybody thinks about it, or
it's like everybody thinks about it. Like, look, I'm gonna say the cold hard truth right now, right?
Go ahead,
guys.
That's why we're here. Yeah.
Watch porn, right? Girls, some of them do the same shit, right? And the honest thing about guys, like going off this, I would hate to be a girl, right? If I was a girl and I had a big butt and big tits, I would hate my fucking life, because I'm good. Like, it's the cold truth that guys, that's the first thing they look for in a girl. Yeah. And no one can say, if any fucking guy comes up to me and says they don't give a fuck about a girl with a fat ass or
I only care about her personality.
Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Right? That is the biggest bullshit I've heard in my life.
Bro,
like,
it's what's inside and not what I'm
bro, like you like that's literally a guy's number one concern. If that shit's fat, that's what I like. Right?
Yeah.
It's the truth. Like, that's all I care about. And then the same thing for girls. It's like why can't like my boyfriend treat me like whatever the fuck that new show is? Like, I think it's like Peter, whatever the fuck his last name is. It's that show. Everybody, I posted on my Instagram story when he's like, I love you. Like girls like have these fantasies about like these guys that they want, but they will never go for that guy in real life. Yeah, that guy that is idolized on like movies and shit is the nerd that's like studying like
nice guys finish it last.
They will always go for a jockey and the guy that's always like smoking the fucking blunt and all this. It's the reality. No one can tell me that shit is not true. So guys, fat ass, big boobs. That's what they fucking want.
Girls,
fuck your face. They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck about your face. If you have something that jiggles, if I am going like this, and I'm seeing that shit clappy, that's what the fuck they want, right? I'm telling. If they have something to hold on to, that's what they care about, and that's facts.
It's all about the grip.
Girls will always be like, I hate it. I see it on Twitter. Like, I wish I had this, and they always like, it's always like the fucking gay ass relationship shit that like everybody's idolizing on like fucking Twitter and shit. I wish I had this, but like they will stay with their abusive ass boyfriend that's fucking beating them up and all that shit. He loves me, I know he does, but sometimes he acts violent, but like it's just like that's just the way he is.
It's
like,
just his way to show love.
Get the fuck out of my face. Yo, it's so facts though. Like I hate guys, like especially that like that guys will. That's what they want. That's what guys want. That's what girls want.
Why do you think that happens with girls? Like, why do you think nice guys finish last? Like, this is the thing,
right? Girls, they'll be late night watching their little Netflix movies, Netflix shows, shit like
romances
that.
and shit.
And all that, drama. Like romance shit, whatever. And they'll be like, they're getting their feelings and shit about it. Like, oh, wow, I wish I was treated like that. But at the end of the day,
you don't.
I'm talking about like, the whole world's all fucked up when it comes to like relationships and shit.
Yeah.
Now more people cheat.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people cheat. Shout out to the cheaters. It's like, no, fuck the cheaters, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like a lot of people cheat. Like, it's just different. Like, social media also, like, people are always like in everybody else's DMs and shit. Like, it's all like a fucked up thing. But like, girls will always end up with like a guy that, from what I experience, like girlfriends that I have, like that I've talked to and shit. It's always like the guy's just an asshole. I'm not trying to say anything good about myself, right? Yeah, but like, from what I think you're shit on 10% now.
Yeah, I'll just take it out.
All right.
Hold up real quick.
Who is... He's a dog. I am a dog.
He's a dog.
Girls are more supportive. Shut the fuck up, Katarina. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I love you. Okay? But do you feel the same way about that? No, first of all, forget what I said about the girls right now. The guys. Guys 100% is fat ass, big tits.
I think that I've been
my quota.
Thinking about this a lot. Like, before you go on a date, I think that most guys, what they have to do is like, you gotta like do whatever you gotta do to relieve yourself of that like sexual tension and urgency, like that instinctive shit. Just like you said, like you see the girl and then like she has a fat ass and shit and big tits. I think that it's necessary for you to like, I don't know, like do whatever you gotta do, like masturbate, do whatever you have to do before you leave the house. And that way you get a clear mind and you're more rational.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
And you're more rational when you're actually on the date. And then like, I think that it's a lot about that, like idealizing people. And once you relieve yourself of like that sexual urgency, that's when you actually start seeing that other person, like the girl, for who she actually is and for what she actually has to bring to the table. So like that's how I think. But I do agree like that, you know, obviously you want to get with somebody that's attractive, you know, that has a fat ass, big tits and stuff. Like that's a priority. But I don't think that like every guy like, you know, like chases that specifically. Like I do think that there are guys who like the girl could be, I don't want to say this, but the girl could be ugly as shit, right? But they still get with her and like they get really attached because, you know, they actually connect like on a real level. And I think that that's kind of necessary, but
so when it comes to guys and girls, you get what you get. Right? Yeah. I can't look at like, you know, whatever, like a girl with a fat ass, okay, we're gonna date. It's not gonna happen like that. But you're looking at it, right? But I'm out with a lot of my guy friends. They are dogs. Like they fuck a lot of people, right? Yeah. And it's like we will be out. A girl with like, you know, wearing the leggings, sundress and shit. They're walking by. That shit fat. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to the beach, girls are there with their like thongs on and shit. Everybody's just like, all guys are just there like
damn.
Like that. It just catches your attention because like that's like. It's also like the shit you watch on porn and all that. Like everybody just like that shit's what's like in your head.
You're idolizing that.
Like that's what your fantasy is and shit. Because like even celebrities like Kim Kardashian posts like half naked pictures on Instagram and everybody's like, and it always gets posted by like Roll Star, all those main accounts because like, oh, her body looks snatched and all that. And that's why like a lot of girls that have like no bodies are like they want to have like plastic surgery now and shit. But like that's a lot of fucked up shit though. Like a lot of these girls are like, this is what guys idolize. Like this is like what they want, so let me go get it, and then they look fucking retarded. Like they get like expensive ass surgeries, and their fucking butt looks like McDroopy.
I personally think that Kim Kardashian. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that Kim Kardashian's butt looks like a human adult diaper. In my opinion, like that shit doesn't like. I'm not attracted to that. It's just like it's too unnatural. It's too floppy. Like it's just unproportional. I think. But what's your opinion? Like, all right, so. Because I've thought a lot about this too, and I'll get to my opinion on this, but
okay, I'm sorry.
If you were to like date somebody, right? A girl, like what do you look for? Because like we're talking about the instinctive shit, you know, like you see a girl with a fat ass, she looks nice, you're at a party, you smash, whatever. But to actually like date a girl, like what do you go for? Like what do you like, you know, like what, I don't know. Like what do you search
I
for?
like a girl that is almost the same as me, right? So like,
but is that good though?
No. I like a girl that's like super chill, like laid back and shit. If she's like mad aggressive with like if she can't take a joke, fuck out of my face.
Fuck that.
Get the fuck
Sense
away.
of humor is the first thing I look for.
Like that's exactly it. Like if you're gonna be around me and you can't take a joke, like it's case. Like don't like there's no point of us being together, whatever. Like if you can't have a conversation, like shit like this, if I can't do this with a girl like that I'm interested in, like it's like if we can have open discussions about anything, like it's just ass.
That's actually what Monique said on the last episode. She said that I should like get girls that I'm interested in and like invite them to be on the podcast and then like have a conversation with them like for an hour or 2 hours. And then after that conversation, I would get to the conclusion if that girl is actually, you know, good for me, because like that's the best way you could actually find out.
Blind date type shit.
Blind date,
shit like,
it's like yo, like, just come to my basement real quick so we could talk. And
yeah, come to the basement. Come
but like, I think that's 100% necessary. You know, like just like sit down, dude. Sense of humor. I hate people who can't take a joke.
Oh, I have girlfriends that like
who can't take a joke.
They can't take a fucking joke, and it's like
fuck.
They're fucking pussy hurt. They're pussy hurt. It's like yo, relax. Like it's a joke. It's like, they just like they get so like pressed about it and shit. Get mad attitude, and I'm like, bro. You honestly can't take a joke.
Fuck that.
Like sometimes it gets to make I make it like probably like OD, but it's like bro, like relax. You know who I am. If you're my friend, you know the way I act and like the way like just take it easy.
Of course.
But it's like as long I feel like I like a girl with like a pretty face, right? Like if she has a pretty face and shit, like I'm like every guy. Like she has a fat ass. I'm like
it's always a
but it's like I'm not like obviously like if. I'm not like over there like okay that's what I need to date. I need that. I'll always like it's my eyes are like they're always looking at that shit because like it's just that's what guys do. It's a guy shit. Like I'm being honest. Like that's what guys do. But like if my girl doesn't have a fat ass or fat, if she has bone, Okay, well, let's relax there.
But
She has a little bit of meat, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of cotton, you know what I'm saying?
To have a little bit. Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not gonna like fucking judge anybody, right? Because like I'm not one to judge you, right?
Yeah.
So it's
no, for sure.
And it's the same thing, like.
So you said that she has to be a little bit like you, right?
Yeah.
So you don't believe that opposites attract and shit. Like how people say, like, all right, so if you're a chill guy, then you need to find a girl who forces you to like put yourself out there. You know, like that girl that's like adrenaline junkie, like, yo, like, let's go skydiving, let's go jump off.
Let me cut you off right there. I am scared of heights. Don't put me on no fucking roller coaster.
Me too, son.
Don't make me jump out of no fucking plane. Suck my dick. I will hold your bags while you go and do that bullshit. I am never, ever. Like, if it comes down to, if you don't go on this ride, we will break up. I can be in a relationship for 5 years. I'm not going on that shit. Wow. I am not going up on a plane and jumping out. But I'm even, like, I just came back from Portugal, right?
Yeah.
I get so, like, every time the plane takes off, I stand back. I'm like,
you're like praying,
like, please God, right? Like, just I don't want it to crash. Like, I have so much left for it. Like, Ganesh should be like, it be going up, mad turbulence should be like, 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 I'll be masked. And then I'm only comfortable when we're like at cruising altitude because I'm like, okay, nothing can happen now, right?
Yeah, because you can still survive it.
Yeah. But like, you're also mad scared, like, because you're always going over like for ocean. Me, you're going over the ocean.
I always think about that shit.
Listen, I fuck around like that shit, like God forbid that shit crashed, right? And you're like dead smack in the middle of the ocean.
What would happen?
Okay, let's just say you're the lone survivor, right?
Uh-huh.
And let's say it happens at night. I was thinking about this shit the other day. Like, it happens at night, and you're just like there, like in the water,
in the middle of the ocean.
Everybody's dead, and you're just there, like
you're the only one.
Yeah, like you can't see shit. It's black as fuck. It's fucking ocean, right? The water's cold as fuck, and it's like some fucking like Titanic shit. You're holding on to like a piece of like the plane that's left, and you're just floating there. You don't know if some shit gonna come eat you. Like,
you don't know what's under,
bro. Like you don't know what's under you. It's even like when I go to the beach at night, I'm scared of like the water because it's like mad dark and shit. Like you can't see anything. No. Like people that go to that shit, I don't know how to fucking do that shit.
No, fuck that.
But I'll be mad scared. I'm just there like fuck. Like what's gonna happen? Like it's mad pitch black too. Yeah. Like you can't see shit.
Yeah.
And like let's just say you see like a dead body just like floating next to you and shit because of people. Bro, I be thinking about like creepy ass shit like that. Like I also want to talk about like paranormal shit. Like if you ever been through like some paranormal shit, because I've been through some paranormal shit some crazy shit.
Before we go to that, I just want to like know, like, all right, so you're a lone survivor in the ocean and you just witnessed your boy George's body just floating right in front of you. And what would you do? Like, would you attempt to survive? Would you try to kill yourself? Would you try to drown yourself? Like, what?
If I'm in a situation like lone survivor shit,
yeah,
I would. I think
in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, there's not much you can do, right? So it's like
either kill yourself.
Who's gonna get out there to you? I mean, I don't know.
Well, right? Maybe people like they see where the plane like fell or like the last coordinates of the plane.
See, I don't know how that shit works, right? But it's like how long you're really gonna be surviving floating on an object. You know what I'm saying? And like you don't know what the fuck is in the middle of the Atlantic. Like I don't know what the fuck like coming at me or some shit.
Yeah,
anything can fucking happen. Yeah. So it's like, but then imagine you go to kill yourself. So you're just gonna drown yourself. Like, can you imagine those? You're basically committing suicide.
Yeah.
So it's like imagine those. You're just going underwater and just. You feel your heart like
just inhaling water. Yeah, I think I would. I don't know what I would do, but it's like how much of the ocean have we actually explored? I think it's like 5% or like 10% of the ocean or some shit. Yeah, so like what is like underneath your feet, and like that's what freaks me out the most. Like if I could like see all the way down, or like see around me like a clear view, like I would be okay. Like I'll be chilling. I'll be like, all right, so I'm just like. Give it 2 days. I'm gonna chill here real quick, and then if somebody comes, they come. If not, I'm gonna just drown myself. But,
it's like when you go out to like Long Branch and shit. That water's disgusting. Like it's mad dirty and shit. You can't see anything. And it's always like there's always some shit coming next to you. Like you don't even know what the fuck it is. But it's like the same topic of death. That shit scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Because like you never know what's gonna happen. Like it could be a car accident. You could like someone could fucking kill you. Like you know what I'm saying, especially living in Newark and shit. You never know what the fuck happened over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just never know when your last day is.
Yeah.
So that shit's mad scary. And then it always goes back to that, what's going to happen next type shit. Or who's going to go to your funeral. Or what's your mom's life going to be after your dad's life, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your grandparents. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't know, happens, right? Yeah. What happens when you're dying? Like, do you really see a white light? Do you see
your whole life
going? Like, you don't know this shit, right?
A movie or some shit. Yeah.
So that shit's mad scary, bro. Like my friends that got into that car accident, like Jose, Dre, and then the two that died, Adrian and Alpha T, like that went to like high school, like I went to high school with, like they had their whole lives ahead of them. Yeah. And it's like that shit's gone. Like they don't have, they're not gonna like, and now they're living in this like what could have been. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like everybody know these guys. Like they know these people and all that, right? And like I know one of them went through like a really rough life. Like a really bad time, and like the Alpha T that went to high school with me, like he went through like a shitty ass life, like you know what I'm saying. And like I went to the funeral, and it was just like his mother was never in his life. Then his mother was actually there, and his caretaker was there, and the mother was feeling so much like remorse and was like making a scene, like holding him in the casket. It was like so like you like shit you don't want to see. It's the worst. And then it's like Jose was like almost like a lone survivor because like he basically watched two of his boys die and helped another one survive, right? And now they're both there, like
witnessing the two.
And it's almost like it's the same question for me. It's like for like Jose, it's like why am I here now? Like why didn't I like go through any of these? Like why wasn't I?
That could have been me.
Yeah, like why wasn't I hurt? You know what I'm saying? Because like I've known him for a long time, so it's like he's been through like a lot of shit in his life too. So it's like how come they haven't been through like what I've been through, but they die and I survive? You know what I'm saying? You always have that question, like why the fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
Why me? Like why am I spared?
Why did I recover one of my boys? Like I helped, he's alive because of me, but I watched two of my boys die in front of my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So you never know when that day's gonna come. Like I knew if I was in that same situation, I wouldn't know what to do. Cause like my nervous system's probably not the same as his. Like I would probably just start bugging out and like I would have panic. I would just start panicking and shit. You know what I mean? But it's like it gives me chills just thinking about that shit. Like the fact that anything can happen at any time. Yeah. Like I could go home right now, God forbid, and just fucking flip over like I could just die. You know what I'm saying? Like that anything could fucking happen.
Positive thoughts. No,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy shit.
I'm gonna ask you a question, but I'm gonna ask you it in a bit because I have to go pee real quick. While I go pee, just talk into the mic and just I don't know, like ask people something, like ask the listeners that are listening to this right now on iTunes, like questions or some shit, or just interact with them real quick.
Yeah. I got you.
I just gotta pee real quick. And then I'll just keep everything just...
Yeah. So what's good, people, right? First of all, I apologize to Katarina for whatever I said to you that may have offended you. I'm just I'm in my mode right now. I'm in game mode. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know, right? Now my man's gotta go take a piss. So I am waiting for more questions. Yes, hearts. Whoever sent out hearts. Shout out all the love, right? New video, new content coming soon. Watching this shit right now, though. Mel, Flavio, Kat, Drea, Christina. Who's Christina? I love you. It's okay. Okay. I love you too. Now we wait. Wait. Please don't leave. Right. So like I'm waiting for my mans. So I don't know how long I've been here. What the fuck time is it? Fuck. Someone tell me what time it is? Steph, you're not getting no fucking shout out, my nigga. Or talk. Nope. Yo, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is.
It's 10.
Dang.
We started like at 8:30, right?
Like almost 9, I think.
So, huh?
Wasn't it almost 9 o'clock?
We're up to an hour and 22.
That ass? The fuck?
Yo, I'm telling you, like down here in this basement, it feels like there's a fucking like time warp or some shit. Cause you sit down and it feels like 15 minutes went by, but then you look at the fucking clock thing, it's like 2 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? But talking about death and shit, I did this poll on my Instagram once, asking people like, would you rather know how you how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die?
Mm-hmm. I was talking about this shit yesterday.
What do you prefer?
I said that I want to know the day, but it's like if you know the day, it's okay. let's just say I die in 2090, right? Okay. Whatever. I'm just making up a number.
Yeah.
I could kill myself the next day. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you know the day, but so like I can just do whatever the fuck. I can just control it then after, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you know how, let's just say it's but like it's tricky in both ways. Because if you know the day, you can always like, you can live up to that day, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But like, let's say you know how. Let's just say it's a car accident, right?
So you'll never get in a car.
Now you're gonna take the bus everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so, even if you take the bus, like a car could fucking like just ram into the window.
Listen, I'll stay home for the rest of my life. And if a car like comes into my fucking house,
like comes in the basement right now.
It's like when you think about that question, it's like you can manipulate it in some ways.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But like, I think it would probably be the day.
Right?
The day.
Yeah, because then you could live up to it, and
that's what you really would do. You would live up to that day.
And I think that a lot of people would probably be like, all right, so if I know the day that I'm gonna die, then I could I'm literally immortal. If you think about it, like I could do anything right now that I won't die until that day.
Yeah,
like there's also like those crazy
like,
people. It's like, all right, so I'll jump off planes, I'll go fucking scuba diving with sharks and shit. It's like, bro, like take it easy, you know? Like that's not. You were gonna ask about supernatural shit, like ghosts and stuff.
Did you ever have like paranormal shit going on?
Experience? I talked about this once, I think. I don't know if I talked about it, but when I was a kid, I had this fucked up experience where I was like, do you know like when you see something but you're not sure if like that something is real? And I remember like this very vividly. I was just beginning to sleep by myself. I was probably like 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
And my room was like huge. Like it was like a massive room, and my bed was like at the end of the room, and then like it was kind of far away from the door. And I remember this as if it happened yesterday. And I don't know why I remember this memory specifically, but I remember seeing like I was laying down in my bed. My bed was like facing the door, so I could see the door in the corner, and everything was dark. And I had like a nightlight plugged in. It was like a blue light. It was like very dim. It wasn't strong at all. And the only light that I had was that. And the doorway was like completely like pitch black dark, right? And I could remember vividly like seeing people walk to the door, stand there for a bit, look in, and then just continue walking. And then other people would come. The fuck? And then like it would be like a guy and a girl. And then they would walk by, and then it would be like a woman. And then I would think it was my mom. And then I started screaming and screaming and screaming. But my mom would never come. And like, I just remember that, you know, like it's some freaky shit. Edgar's talked about sleep paralysis and stuff. I don't know if I was in sleep paralysis because in my head, in my memory, like I was screaming for my mom, but she never came.
Yep.
And like, that was fucking scary as fuck.
That shit, like when I have like dreams,
I
have an actual paranormal experience and I have a dream. So like in my dreams, whenever like scary shit like that happens, like ghosts or whatever, every time you try to call for help,
you can't.
It's just like, it's not, no, it just like you could be screaming, you could feel like you're screaming and shit.
Yeah.
But that shit does not come out, right? So like this paranormal experience, right? I never told anybody about this. I literally recently told a girl about it, right? So one day, like
recently, like how?
I honestly forget when it was. It was recent, but like I don't know, like time. So like I went on a drive by myself, right? And this was like a day that I was just like pissed off, like just angry, like just sad as
life
fuck.
In general.
Like I was just mad, depressed and shit, and like I just was not talking to anybody, like for like that day. Like I just was trying to be myself and shit. So I went onto like those like websites where it's like, you know, fucking Devil's Tree, like all that shit, all that paranormal scary shit.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever. So like I found like this like abandoned like type hospital type shit. Some sketchy shit. But like it's like a place where people go to see, right? And there's actually places to park and all that shit, right? But this is I'm talking about late night. Like I remember I got home at 4 a.m. that night, and I lied to my fucking parents. My sisters don't even know that shit either. Like I didn't tell Danny, I didn't tell Justin. So all y'all hear this shit exclusive right now.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exclusive
so
story,
it's like I pulled up, right?
Yeah.
And it was like maybe 1:30 in the morning, right? And like I turned off my location, I turned off everything. It was some dark shit, right? So I walked in to like this. It was like I forget what. It was probably like abandoned since like 19.
Mental hospital, like those mental asylums.
I honestly don't know what it was, but the shit was sketch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I opened the door, right, and you know that smell. It's like the smell of like old people, death. Just it's like it's like that must
specific smell. Yeah,
it's that must, right? So I walk in there and I'm talking about it's black, like pitch black in there, and my dumbass had my phone like on like 10% No, so I wasn't trying to use my flashlight or anything, right? So I literally had like the unlock, like the glare, just walking around. And I'm talking about like you could hear a pin drop if like it was mad quiet in there, right? And you see like the little like envelopes of like, you know, like old patients' names and shit. And like, you know when you're like, you try to kind of see something? Like you're trying to like see my dumbass is trying to like fucking get killed basically. Okay. Right? Yeah. So like I don't know if I was like trying, but like I started like trying to like hear like if someone was like you know like a fucking kid like
sounds and
type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just heard like a little boy like I was like, bro, I hate scary shit, but like I was literally like in a fucked up ass place where I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do this shit and just like I hope some bullshit happens. Like I go like a fucking elevate like 10 feet up in the air and I fucking
aliens abduct you.
Like some bullshit. Like I was like really in a fucked up ass place. So I went in there and I'm just like walking around. Like it's literally like voices like you can hear inside like your head type of shit, and like. It was literally like a scary movie. So like there was like toys on the floor and shit, and then you hear like doors like creak slowly and then shit like closing, right? I'm like I am not gassing. Like I am not even lying.
My spine just fucking
like it's literally like you were just walking around and like you know how scary movies like some shit like you have like a little light and some shit just pops in your face. Yeah. I was literally walking like that.
Like
so anything could literally just like I could pull my phone and then bam. Bitch ass, just there, ready to like fucking like slice you open,
pop
and
him
shit.
In the face,
right? So I'm just walking around and whatever, and like I'm stepping over hella toys, like hella like squeezy toys. Now this could be like fucking people that go over there and like throw shit in there, so it's like on like fucking over and shit. But like, bro, I felt like some shit, like some shit was like following me, like some shit was just like pressing on my fucking shoulders and shit. Like it was mad scary, and like I'm thinking about like this, like my mom does not sleep until I get home. Right, she won't sleep. Like she told me, like, where the fuck you going? I'm like, podcast. She's like, all right, I'm not sleeping until you get here. I'm still going out after this too, right? But she's just mad worried and shit. So I can imagine, like, if I don't make it out of here, let's just say some voodoo shit happen, right?
Like Bob just fucking
like wakes up and he's like, some shit, like some mummy come and try to wrap you up, some bullshit, right? Like, where the fuck are they gonna find me? My phone probably gonna end up dying because I'm like my switch was on 10%. I didn't have
live right now,
So I was just like, fuck, like and I didn't know the way out of there. Cause like there was like mad like stairs and shit you can go up, right? Yeah. So like all of a sudden I just start hearing like Abigail, right? And I was like, wait, this is fucking with me, cause like I know there's movies like the fucking like you know whatever, and just like Abigail. I was like, oh fuck. I'm just like I'm about to like some shit's about to like choke slam me into the fucking like first floor type shit.
Did you hear like far away or
no? It was literally like it literally like a motherfucker was on my ear like Abigail, some shit like that. I was so scared. Like my heart was like fucking like I was like sweating everywhere and shit. And like I found myself trying to like run the fuck out of there, right? And I'm just moving and shit, and like it's just getting mad cold. Right, I'm getting chills right now even talking about it because like I'm just like scared that shit's probably like ended up following me on some bullshit.
And it's like standing right next to you right now, like during the whole podcast.
Right here, you know what I'm saying?
Just looking at you like, bitch. Like,
so I was like, I literally was like walking through whatever, and then I ended up in a room where it's like, you know when you turn like if you turn off these lights and you look at like that mannequin type shit, it was literally like that. I walked into a room where I saw something that looked like it was just standing there. And you know when you try to focus your eyes like at night and try to see some shit? Yeah. So I was there like trying to focus. And like I just saw like a figure. But I was like, no, I'm just bugging. Like, cause I never really believed in that shit. I was literally just there to like just be fucking like sad and shit.
Did you like say something like, yo, is there anybody
like
there?
I tried my least to talk. I was just like, where the fuck am I and shit? And all I just kept hearing after like Abigail was just Abigail.
Bro, why Abigail though? I don't. Do you know it? Do you know?
No, like it's just mad scary. Like I've done like Ouija boards and shit.
You've done that shit.
I've done that shit. Like, fuck, and like I remember I'll never forget this day. Like I did it with one of my friends, and it was like, who are you here for? right? And she wasn't even playing the shit. Like, she wasn't having her hand in, and it spelled her whole name out. And then, like, the candles blew out, the doors closed. No. Like, I swear to God, like, it was literally a mob of people around me that can literally tell you the same shit. We were fucking shook. Like, I kind of, like, have belief that there is, like, some, like, poltergeist type shit that goes down and shit. But, like, bro, when I was in that abandoned place, like, I was hearing shit that was, like, this is, like, a dark-ass place. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And it was, like, deep in the fucking woods. Like Clinton Road type shit, like off road kind of stuff. Like I come outside and I see like a fucking guy like
with a shotgun or something.
with a shotgun waiting to kill me or some shit.
Damn.
I got in my car. It was like 2:30. I was in there for probably like an hour, right? I got in my car. I drove out of there. And like I was like mad scared that I was gonna see like my tire pressure was low. Like some motherfucker came there and started like banging on my tires. Like some motherfucker was gonna follow me. It was just mad sketch, bro. Like someone's gonna like end up in the backseat of my car like with a fucking knife in my neck.
And then you're just like driving, and then you look in the rear view mirror, and there's just a guy
like that.
there.
Like that's like certain shit that I see like online. I see like shit like that happening. But it's like, bro, like that was like probably like the scariest like shit.
But that's crazy how you just went there by yourself without telling anybody. And like you did that like
shout out
wanting to do it. Who?
Anna what? She was like, "Dom, I'm your biggest fan."
Shout out everybody on live. Did they ask any other questions?
I am trying. Wait, why does this happen to me? Hold on. Oh wait, I switched it this way. I'm back. All right, keep going.
No, yeah, but it's crazy how you went there like on your own will and like you wanted to do that by yourself. Like, what do you think led you to do that? I mean, you said that you were like in a dark place. So what were you trying to find? Like what?
I hate showing emotions to people. Right?
Yeah.
So I hate like if I was like I don't like crying in front of people or like being sad in front of people and shit. Because like that's how people don't know me like that. Okay. They don't know me on that like, oh, this guy's sad. Like they always know me as like happy or like laughing and shit. So it's like I never want to like be exposed to that.
Okay.
So I try my hardest not to do it.
So
when it's at the point where I'm home and I feel mad claustrophobic and shit and I want to get the fuck out, I just get the fuck out and go out. And that's why I did that bullshit. Like I literally drove there for like an hour into like some abandoned like hospital shit. I was like, why the fuck am I here? Because like when you actually get there and you're starting to do dumb shit, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like my life cannot be that bad that I'm coming over here to try to like die, basically. Like I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like and especially when you go out to like New Jersey, like in the boony area, like where it's like like population like 10, you never know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, I'm alive now. All right.
People probably saw your car coming in, some town rapist or whatever was like waiting for you outside. Like, what if that place was like populated by like hobos and shit? And like, what if that figure that you saw was like just a homeless person like standing there?
The shit I saw was literally standing there, like it was looking deep in my soul. Like, did you ever watch like the Conjuring 2?
Hell yeah.
You know the nun that's in the picture?
Oh, fuck.
It was literally some shit like that.
Fuck. Like I just brought her fucking image in my head now, bro. It's like burning my head.
That shit gets me fucked up. Like watching scary movies and shit gets me fucked up. Like
like my interview with Edgar, there was like a brief power outage just as we were talking about like
I seen that
shit.
That shit was scary.
It was just like that never happened before. The power fucking what do you call this fucking
the power source?
The power thing. It was like in the middle of the table, so like his feet couldn't reach it, my feet couldn't reach it, so like it was none of us. And then like the frequency started alternating too, and then like as I put my phone close to Bob, that shit started like spiking. It was like doom, 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 and then Edgar's like just like staring at Bob and shit.
That scared and shit.
And then like after that happened, I purposely went to like go take a piss and stuff to like leave him here alone and stuff. And then I started watching the footage and he kept like staring at Bob, like talking to people on live. And like just like kind of like what the fuck is going on. But
wait, Instagram Live has like a certain amount of time?
Yeah, it's 1 hour, I think.
Oh yeah, because now it's like
time. It's probably like countdown right now. Yeah.
So I gotta start a new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I unfortunately like I never had anything like supernatural like one.
Don't say unfortunately, you fortunate.
I swear to God, I'm in my basement alone, like doing like work. Like it's fucking like 2:00 in the morning. I'm alone. My mom's sleeping. My sister's sleeping. Everything's dark upstairs. I'm just here like with these lights on and whatever and just like doing work. And I swear to God, I sometimes feel and want some crazy shit to happen just so I could like see it. Like, I'll look into that corner over there and be like, just fucking show yourself. Like, just like some shit happen. Please happen. Like, just, I see my grandma. I see my grandpa. I see somebody in that corner right now. And like, I keep telling myself, like sometimes I want it to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, if that shit happens, I'm gonna just be paralyzed because I know myself. Like, I know that I'll fucking shit bricks.
I feel you.
Like, if I saw my grandma in that corner right now, like, even with you here, like, I just look over there and I see her, bro. I got legit goosebumps just thinking about it right now. Like, I would just fucking like paralyzed right now, and you would have to go upstairs, tell my mom what happened, and I would just like start like having a convulsion or some shit. I'll be like just fucking like, you know, static. I wouldn't be able to move. But at the same time, like, it all comes down to that thing. It's like, you want to know what's out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think people are prepared to know what's out there.
Hell no.
Because like, if you were given the opportunity to like conjure up a spirit.
Hold on, I'm gonna start a new life. Keep going though.
All right. Conjure up a spirit. Would you take that out? Like, I'm trying to create this hypothetical scenario. It's like, if you had the opportunity to conjure up a spirit, but you wouldn't know if that spirit is good or bad, would you do it to like, for example, some medium person or some psychic told you, Dom, I can conjure up a spirit right now and give you like 5 minutes to like 5 or 10 minutes to talk to the spirit and ask him any question that you want to ask. What's the question that you would ask this spirit? Like, if you had the opportunity to like pretend that I'm a spirit that this psychic whatever just conjured up and I'm sitting right now in front of you, what's the question that you would ask me, being a spirit? You don't know me. I'm not any past relatives of yours. I'm just a random person on the other side. Like, what would you ask me? And I would respond to you like in English and like
first I would ask like, who the fuck you? Who are you? Like, what the fuck happened to you? And like, then the like essential question, like, what is that like? Like, what happened when you died? Like, all the questions I have about death would directly go to that person, right? Because it's like let me give you an example, right? The girl I was telling this to, right? Her brother was possessed. No, and dude, like stop, I swear to God, like she was not bullshitting. Like her brother was possessed. And when I heard this shit, bruh, like I was having goosebumps. So like she had a really fucked up like childhood, right? So like her dad and her mom like always fighting and shit. And like she was born first, right? Okay. So like her mom and her dad would always argue all the fucking time, like abusive too, like always like hitting each other and shit, like bad.
And she saw all of that.
She told me like it was almost like a schedule. So like she would wake up at 1 a.m. because she knows that's fight time
every single day.
That's every single day. It was fight time, right?
That sucks. Yeah.
So it's like it happened. She also said it was like it happened when her brother was born, right? So for the first 4 years that he wasn't born, like everything was fine. After that, when the brother was born, it got really violent in that house.
Rampage.
So imagine this: like you a 4-year-old girl, you're trying to break your parents up from fighting and taking care of your little brother from not seeing any of that shit, and like it was mad like PTSD. Like after that, like she was away, like in Portugal, like she was like gone, and like she was like 1 o'clock in the morning, she wakes up at her house, like like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's instilled in her head, like I gotta break my parents up. So it's like. Now you don't know, like she's there the whole summer, so now like fuck, like what are they doing?
What's
there?
happening,
right?
With
and
the
I'm talking, bro,
stuff.
like I'm not gonna like go in debt with it, but like I'm talking about dad pulling gun out on like mom shit, like intense like shit, like hearing that shit's like fuck, like I never experienced that shit, but like going to the paranormal shit, like she swears that like her dad is like a demon, right? Because like
what the fuck?
Like when the son was born, right? She would wake up in the middle of the night because the little brother is like running around the hallway screaming like help me. Like I'm talking about like, and they're trying to like shake him, waking up, and he's like eyes like back of the head type shit. Like help me, like running back and forth. Like imagine like you're sleeping and you have a little brother. And he's just like in the hall, like you hear like the scary movies, you hear those running footsteps.
Right,
like, help me, and you just see your brother running back and forth, but like he doesn't know like you're there, like you're trying to like wake him and shit, and it's like help me, and then like he wakes up and he's like he doesn't remember anything.
Holy
like fuck. He's just like it's not like you're sleepwalking, because you're sleepwalking, you're just walking, right? But you're like help me,
or whatever he's doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like like for a lot of years, like it was like instilled in her brain that like I have to deal with this now. Yeah. Right. And then she told me like her dad, I guess, went on this tour. Like the Conjuring house, they have like tours. The lady that's actually like that really happened to her, that haunting and shit, she gives tours there. And
she goes inside her basement where Annabelle's like
that's the it's an actual tour. And like she's like a ghost like she does like that ghost shit, like she talks to like the spirits and
psychic shit. Medium or whatever.
And she said that her dad went there with like his new like girl now, whatever. And the lady would talk and then stare at him.
Oh,
like would talk and then just look at him. And would just keep his eyes locked on him, and he would just be like looking around and shit, like, why the fuck you looking at me? And then like she would just keep talking, but then look right back at him. Like it's almost like, oh, he's like this like force, you know what I'm saying?
Like
so bro, I was bugging the fuck out. I was like, bro, like imagine you were actually living with like some a demon was like
movie or something like that.
Yeah, some creepy shit. Because like if that shit ever happened in my house, like some like voodoo bullshit like happened in my house, like
burn the house.
I hear like I sleep downstairs, and if I hear like footsteps like upstairs, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
2 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit's, I would be scared as fuck. Like scared shitless.
Oh my God. Especially if it's your own little brother and shit, right? Like that shit's fucking. Do you know about like brainwashing? Like, do you believe in like brainwashing? And do you know about MK Ultra? Does that name sound familiar?
Was it like that?
It was a government experiment back in the 60s where they try to like brainwash and mind control. Like they try to develop this mind control thing so that they could create a what the fuck is the name? Candidate, Manchurian candidate. What the fuck is the name? Manchurian. I don't know the name, but essentially somebody to assassinate the president.
Yeah.
So like to like use as like a lethal weapon against any other dictator or ruler. Do you know about that shit?
I don't know about like. I'm gonna answer your question first. I believe in brainwashing. I believe that like that's real shit. Like, cause there was like whatever fucking like there's an epidemic of that game that like kids are playing that it gives you like a set of shit to do, and then at the end thing is to kill your parents or kill yourself or some shit. I think it stemmed from. I think it was happening in Brazil too. Like I think it stemmed
Counter-Strike or some shit.
And no. It was like an actual game to fuck up your head.
Oh, okay.
And it would be like the end goal is like either you kill yourself or you kill your parents.
Damn.
And it's like that shit. That was an epidemic. Like kids were actually doing that shit. And like also like with like these like terrorists and shit, like that's all brainwashing. Like all that, like ISIS and shit,
and just blow yourself up.
It's like like Americans that get like involved in that shit. It's all brainwashing. Like I believe in the whole brainwashing thing, but you really like you got to think hard about like what's actually like what's making you like it's easy to brainwash somebody to like in a sense like, oh, these are my views, like, and I'm gonna try to influence you to believe me
and wear these clothes because these clothes are
like, it's like certain shit is easy, but like when it comes to like shit like, oh, we'll kill this person, brainwash type shit,
kill yourself.
I don't know how like the brain for everybody is like different, you know what I mean? So like I don't know like what makes people do that shit, but
and the reason why I brought this up is because you talked about how this girl, she went through this very traumatic phase of her life, you know, like going through this fucked up household with like spirits and just parents fucking, you know, fighting each other. And I was looking, this is actually part of one of the weird conspiracy shit that I was looking into, but it may not just be a conspiracy. Like this is actually proven that it existed, the MK Ultra thing. And basically they would target, because in the US there was a time where kids went missing because men inside white vans would like drive around schools and like open up the door and be like, hey kid, like I got an Xbox in here, I got candy, I got this and that, and then kids would hop in. And like people talk about how that was the government doing that because they would target little kids, because essentially this is what happens when you're like 5 or 6 years old. Your brain is like starting to develop, right? Like it's starting to like grow and stuff. And they say that you don't have a fully developed brain until you're like 24 or something like that. But basically what happens is like they get kids, they place them into like these weird laboratories and shit, and they like torture, they induce trauma, and they try to do everything they can to fuck up that child's brain and basically like crack the brain, right? So like their main objective is to get the brain and kind of make it dissociate. So like all of your brain, like parts of your brain communicate with each other. So their objective is to like break that connection between those parts, because then they could target each part specifically. So like if this part is used for like lethal activity, or this one's about like hand coordination, whatever, like they'll try to make you into a soldier. And like, dude, like long story short, it's some freaky shit, and I strongly believe that mind control exists. And I just keep thinking about like your friend, for example, like her brain is probably fucked up to this day because of that. Like if you like scan her brain.
That's the thing though, like everything is like normal now, right? So it's like a lot of people would use that experience as an excuse to like do like bad things or like, oh, I came from this type of history, so like
this is why I shoot up heroin.
This is why I'm like fucking insane, right? Yeah. But it's like she's not like that, right? Yeah. So it's like she has her own job, like she's making her money, like going to school, shit like that. Like she is normal. Like it's not like she let that define who she like she didn't let her history like say who she is now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and I hate I don't like that shit that like a lot of people like oh, my parents like they abuse drugs and like this shit.
That's
and
why
like I'm gonna let this like define who I am. Like certain people can't get out of that, right? But like you should really try and like, you know, do your own thing and make it out do better for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And not let your environment define who
you
you
like
are.
Don't let your environment, because that's how a lot of people make it. Like a lot of people make it out of there because like they are determined to not let that be who they are.
And they're sick and tired of whatever, like of living in the hood or coming up in a broken household or whatever. And that's why most successful people come from like the most craziest backgrounds, right? It's like, oh, like my dad used to hit my mom or whatever. And that actually leads me to another question. Like, are you a firm believer in like, do you embrace discomfort, or are you the type of person that prefers to not get out of your comfort zone? Like, what's your opinion on comfort zones?
I just had a conversation yesterday too. God damn. I was talking about all this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I know you, I'm obviously like, we like, you know me, I know you, like we're comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Right. But when it comes to meeting new people, right, it's like I tried. I want to be myself, but then again, I don't. Like I tease it a lot, right? I'm just
because
like,
you can't really be yourself.
Because if 100%. You know, like if we're boys, like if we're cool, like 100% cool, like I'm a nut. Like I'm gonna act like a fucking like lunatic, right? Like,
but you can't act like that in front of complete strangers.
Exactly. You gotta test that like those waters out and shit. Yep. And then like that's how like. But a lot of the times, like let's say I start talking to a girl, right? Yeah. Like it's just like the beginning, so like talking to a girl and shit. Like it's always that defining question, like, oh, when are we gonna kiss for the first time? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, when do I hold your hand? Like, when do I talk about this?
When are we gonna smash? Man?
So like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I remember one time I was talking to a girl, right, and we were just chilling or whatever. I was just like, okay. It's always the goodbye. The goodbye when you're like, when you think like you're both feeling each other, is always the hardest thing when you never kissed or like didn't. Yeah. So it's just like you're in the car and you're just like, all right, yeah. So you're just like, do I go for the cheek? Do I go for the lips? So you're just like, and it's just, it gets mad awkward. Yeah. So like that's just, I guess, mad weird for me. Like because then when I leave there, I'm like,
I was like, I should have done this. I should have done that.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like the guy should always be like the one who makes the first
take initiative.
Like, it takes initiative, right? Because like, oh, that's so sexy. Like, you take the first move, like wow, like it was really like good. So I usually just be like if I like go in for like the little cheek, but I turn the face and give it I try to be like romantic. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's like just
I'm romantic. Yeah. Right. So that's what like I go in for.
Yeah.
But the comfort zone thing, it's like get to like go out with me a couple times, like get to know who I am as a person. Like we like I talk about my life like to a certain extent. You talk about yours to a certain extent, and like we'll see how we vibe.
Just like meet halfway and then gradually increase and gradually.
I have friends that know a lot about me, right? There's those friends, and there's those like friends that are like acquaintances. Like, oh, that's Dom. I know who he is. Of him, but it's like I don't know like his story. Like I don't know like that. You know what I'm saying? There's two different types of friends. Like the friends that know you, and the ones that are like I know of him. Yeah. Right. So that's just the thing. Like I don't like getting comfortable with a lot of people. Yeah. Because I don't like being vulnerable and shit with like certain people.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's not. I don't. Yeah. Because like there's a like you're like I'm a nut. Like I'm a clown. Like I do a lot of like bullshit, and I can kind of read people that will like take that shit as like, oh, that's funny, and people that are like mad, like stern, like fucking have a stick up their ass about it. Yeah. Like so that's
Don't you think it's weird how people react when you like try to approach them and stuff? Like, do you think that it's easier now to make new friends, or do you think it's harder? to make new friends? Like, considering all of the social media, because somebody asked us, like, what's the most fucked up thing about society nowadays? I think that was one of the questions. And yeah, so like, how do you think like communicating with other people? Because you said that, like, do you think that people are socially awkward? Like, generalizing, like, if you were to, because I've noticed this a lot. Like, I'm at the gym, and if you try to communicate or talk to somebody, that person is always like caught off guard. It's like, oh my god, like another human being is talking to me. Like, what should I do? Like, how do I communicate? And like, you could tell that people are like unprepared for that shit.
When it comes to like shit like that, like I talk to myself in my head so much. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna say? Like when I'm like someone's near me and like I want to talk to them, like, okay, like, what am I gonna start with? I'll be there for like 10 minutes. And then you
play it out in your head, like what that person might say to you and what you react to that.
And the thing is, like, for me, like as who I am, like if I can't think of something to say, I start doing some bullshit. So I start dancing. Like when I'm out at a party, you know I'm fucked up if I start dancing.
Okay.
If I start doing like a little bullshit, like a little hopping and shit, start doing a little shoot dance, start like fucking around, like you know I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
And like I'll do that to see if they react to it and then start talking to me. It happens all the time, and it always 95% of the time it succeeds.
It works.
And it's like it's always like when you're like trying to like mac with a girl or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, fuck, I don't know what to say to the girl. So I'm just like, I just start going like this and shit, start like bugging out, get like a couple shots in. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm down. The one that makes the videos. Yeah, like I'm the one that makes the videos. Like
I'm that guy. Yeah.
So that's how I would do it. And like talking about like, I feel like we should change the topic to like parties and like drinking and shit.
Yeah.
When I was in Portugal, I did not sleep at all. Because the parties there like start at like 2 in the morning and then at 6. That's the first time I ever drove home like wasted out of my mind. Like, it was the worst decision ever. Like you're driving and you see like fucking like
double lanes and
a
tree
Son,
in front of you.
I swear to God, I almost like straight, because there's only roundabouts. There's no like lights or anything.
Yeah.
So like I like
just
literally,
like Brazil,
I was going straight and I was like, I'm going right through this shit. I was like trying to be mad focused, but I was so fucked up. Like I was drinking so much, like points to like I wanted a yak type shit.
Yeah.
But like I was so fucked up that night. I was driving like slumped over and shit.
I saw the video that you parked your car and then you went to like sprinklers or some shit to like wake yourself up.
Oh yeah.
Were you drunk that
night?
No,
that night I was literally just like
sleepy.
I was just sleepy as fuck. Okay, but like everything I post on my stories, on my post, it's just it comes up out of nowhere. Like I post everything to be like entertaining, like funny.
Instinctively, it's like
even like when I'm not post, like when I post stories, like of just talking about random shit, like random shit. Like it's facts though. Like I feel like I'm honest about everything. I like honesty. Like I don't like people that like lie about shit. Like I will be 100% honest with you. Like what I don't like, what I do like, I will not lie to you about that shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like a really like I just lie a lot. Like I literally try changing my life around that. I'm honest, I'm blunt about everything. Because there was a certain point where a lot of people didn't like me. Don't know why. It still happens now. A lot of people just
it'll always happen.
Don't like, but like it's the thing. Like it's like it's not like I did anything.
Yeah.
But like I think when I was like maybe like 16, 17, like I would be like a little more like annoying with like shit. Like I would always try to start drama or whatever. But now I feel like I've cleared that like immature like act up.
That
and
barrier
like, or I'm just trying to like blend like people together and like make like jokes and like just be fun with shit. Cause like at the end of the day, it's like you don't want to be that guy that's like an asshole
that people want to avoid.
Like you don't want to be like avoided and shit. Yeah. And it's not like I want to be accepted, right? Because like I could give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like you also don't want to be the guy that like you want to be the guy that like, oh yeah, that's Dom, right? Yeah, like he's cool, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't like people that like I just don't want to be around a crowd that's like I want to fuck that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to fuck him up, like fuck him, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also like people like make up their own like spiel about stories like stories and shit that like I never heard of in my life. Like it's crazy. But
the way that I look at it is like you need to aspire to be the person that when a text message of yours like appears on a person's phone, like that person is like isn't gonna look at it and be like, oh fuck, you know, like that person actually, you know, is gonna lock their phone and it's going to respond to you or whatever. So you have to be a likable person in a sense where like people enjoy your presence, but not like try to be like inclusive or try to like, you know, like peer pressure. It's like, oh, like everybody's doing this, so I'm gonna try my best to like not be me so I can be accepted. Like I think there's a distinguish somewhere in the middle that you have to
100%. Like I like being there for people, right? I think I have good opinions and like good outtakes on life. Like the thing for me is I haven't had a lot of personal experience. Like I didn't go through a lot through my childhood. It's oh, I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can never relate to a lot of people like on that like personal level. But like I have friends and people that I basically try to like live through so I can go based off their experiences, right? Because I think I will never give like bad advice. Now there's one guy that I constantly give good advice to that will never fucking listen. I'm not gonna mention his name. He know who the fuck he is.
Okay.
Right? But like it's I think I'm not even trying to sound like arrogant or anything. Like I just feel like I give good advice. Like the shit I say, like it's worth like listening to and like when
it's
I'm
valuable
not,
to
you know what I'm saying?
Like
and people sometimes don't take me seriously because look what the fuck
because of the content you put out.
You know what I'm saying? But like if you want to have one-on-one talk and like be serious about shit, I can be serious with you. Right?
And that's good, right? Because then you're not becoming a caricature of your own self.
But it's kind of it's hard when you're posting bullshit like that. People are just like, this fucking guy, like he's just a fucking moron that just like posts a bunch of bullshit. But like I like those talks like with people. Especially I like having like talks like people that don't like, you know, we're doing this right now. It's like you don't know much about me, I don't know much about you, but like it's just a one-on-one conversation about anything.
Establishing a real connection,
you know what I mean? Like I have friends for like years that like we can still talk about shit, but it's like we already know each other. Like, you know what I mean? But like you don't know like these like what people have been through and shit. So it's like good. It's always good to like have those conversations.
So you're obviously a huge proponent of deploying empathy whenever you have the opportunity to do so, like putting yourself in other people's shoes and try to view, you know, acquire different perspectives by associating yourself and creating new friends. I guess like that's your way of exercising your empathy muscle, because I think that a lot of people like they go through their phase where all they care about is themselves, and people nowadays like they don't have enough perspectives. It's like your life could be very shitty, but at the same time, you're not a kid in Africa who wakes up every single day like trying to survive. You know, like if you like take a minute back and just think about that. And I do that through meditation. I don't know if you meditate. Do you meditate? Do you know anything?
It's funny, like I'm very go on the internet and look it up type of thing. Okay. Like whenever something's going on, like my fucking stomach hurt and I'm gonna go look it up. Am I gonna die? Type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like. Once I was just really like tense and stressed out. I was like, how do you meditate? Like, what the fuck you do? So I downloaded a whole album on my phone that's like sleeping, relaxing music or whatever. I remember I literally sat down like in my basement. I think I was butt naked too. I'm not even gonna stop. I think I was butt ass naked.
Just grounding yourself.
I did that like meditation shit. I knocked the fuck out. Like I put like a timer and shit for like whatever time it did with like 5 minutes or whatever. Yeah. I knocked out cold. I woke up and I felt so good though. But like, I woke up, the music was still playing. It was like the waterfall type of shit. Yeah, just I was like, wow, like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like this is awesome. Yeah. But I would definitely want to like I would definitely do shit like the fucking like spas and shit. Like I want to I listen. I'm all about the relaxing. You know what I'm saying? I like chilling out, whatever. Yeah. Like I think more stress for me comes when like school starts, because like school stresses me the fuck out, bad. Like it's bad stress, and like you're just so overwhelmed with like work and like because like now like it's like my junior year. Okay. And your junior year is like the hardest like shit. Like everything's hitting your major classes are hitting you and shit. So you're like fuck. Like I get mad depressed. Like I'll be honest.
What major are you?
Finance.
Finance.
Yeah, I do finance. Okay. Yeah. So I know that this like I'm letting everybody know right now. This is the last week that you will see like very excited, like amped up type of shit. Because when school starts, bro, like it's like fuck. Yeah. Like, when you sit down in that first class and they're like, exams 50% of your grade, final exam 100%, homework syllabus doesn't count for shit, attendance doesn't count for shit,
100% presence.
Yeah, you will fail and have a good day. Like it's so much stress. I really hate school so much, and when it comes to like breaks and stuff like that, like I get so fucking happy because like you finally have time off and like. I just hope that this semester like it goes like smoother. And like if I keep making, I try to make like a couple of videos and shit, so like calms me down and shit. But
I was about to ask you, like, do you think that making videos now is like an escapism for you? It's like a lot of people resort to like alcohol, drugs, and like maybe that like being creative is gonna be something that's gonna like make you feel happy and stuff, and you know.
A little alcohol for the body don't hurt.
A little alcohol.
A little alcohol don't hurt nobody. But absolutely, like I think making videos would be like an escape type of thing, right? Yeah. But I'm the type of guy that's like, when it's final exams type of stuff, right? And you're on break now, because every time you take an exam, like final exams, you go on break.
Yeah.
I can't enjoy my break until I get the grades.
Results.
Until I get my grade. Like if I fail a class, I will die. Type of shit. Like I will want to drop out of college, like because you had to repeat the class.
You put all that effort.
Yeah, you put all the effort into that shit, whatever. Shit. Yeah. Bro, like it deprives me. Like I feel mad shitty about it, and I just don't know what to do. Like you're just like fuck. Like I did a whole semester of this class and failed. Like I just failed, and now I got to redo it. Now I'm behind. Now I graduate later. Type shit.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
All your friends are like passing.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a really shitty feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wanted to like switch subjects real quick and just ask you about working out, because you said that you work out. So like, what's your experience with like fitness?
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. Yeah. So growing up, I was really like, I guess heavy, like heavier set. Like I was like fat. Like during middle school, I had no friends. Right? I was always like I was like a nerd, like a teacher's pet type shit. Like,
did you go to Antry?
Yeah, Antry. I was like a student council president, like a bunch of nerdy shit. Like the guys I hang out with now.
Yo, I remember you as a hall monitor type shit. Like
yeah, I was a little pussy.
What do you call it? Fucking lunchroom monitor.
Yeah,
check the
milk and
chocolate
shit.
milk. And
shit. That shit. I was at.
I remember that.
I was doing that shit.
Yeah.
But like literally, the guys I hang out with now are the guys that were fucking bullying me in middle school. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. It's middle school and shit. Like I got over that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's like when I was in middle school, I had no friends. Like Danny didn't even fuck with me then. Like he was just like, this guy's a fucking pussy. Like I was the type of guy that's like, oh, I didn't do the homework. Can you give it to me? No.
Yeah.
My homework. Yeah. Fuck off. Right? Like I was that guy. Right? So when I got to high school, it was all boys school and shit. So it's like, all right, like, you know, I got to St. Benedict's.
St. Benedict's, okay.
So I was like, I got to toughen up a little bit. Like this is like, I got to start growing up, grow a fucking pair, and like,
making
you know,
friends and be
like
more social.
Be more social, make friends and shit. So it got to like when it was my junior year, where it's like I started like losing weight. But like I think it was more of a growth thing. When you grow, like I just stretched and like I got like skinnier.
Yeah.
And like I got better looking. Right? A little better looking.
So then you acquired more self-confidence.
Right. Yeah, so but then it was funny because like girls like in eighth that were like I went to like eighth grade with her like, oh my god, like I'm gonna be I had the message. It was like you were so ugly in eighth grade, but like you look so good now. Like it's like it was shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's when I had like my junior year of like high school. I think was when I started gaining like all that confidence. I got more friends and shit, and then I graduated and went to college. And it's like now I'm like, I'm the cool kid. I used to be the one no one want to talk to, the nerd and shit. So I was like, I was kind of cool. Like I was like, yeah, like I'm happy. Like now people know, like people know me.
Life and just happy about going to
school.
So
then it was like very like switchy, right? What's a shout out? I'll shout out anybody right now who wants shout out.
And we're good. Sorry about that. Yeah. So so then you started acquiring more confidence, and you started, you know, gaining more self-confidence. Yeah. And then like, is that when you got into fitness?
So this is the thing.
Junior year?
When college started, I was in and out of the gym through high school because I was doing like sports and shit.
Yeah.
But like in college, I was in a relationship. So I put like hella relationship weight on. I was just fat. I swear to God, I gained like 30 pounds. Like
because I got relationship.
Like it's not a relationship, it's school, stress, all that shit. But like I was really like in a fucked up ass like phase. I just got fat. I wasn't like working out and shit. Like it was just bad.
Yeah.
Right. So when it was this summer, actually, like I was like, listen, like I've always wanted to have like a nice like fit like looking body and shit. So like I'm gonna go to the gym consistently, and that's what I did. Like and I started looking at myself. Like I look at my arms like in the mirror.
It's
like,
good though, right?
Like hey, I started looking at. You know what I'm saying. And I started taking my boys and shit to like the gym with me. But like ever since then, I'm like, even when I was in Portugal, I was like, fuck, I don't want to have these 2 weeks like I'm not doing shit. Like, so I did push-ups. I was running.
I saw videos of
you know what I mean? Like, I was just trying, to like keep active and shit.
Yeah.
Because like you feel good.
Yeah.
Like when you're active and you're like you see results, like you feel mad. You
start staring in the mirror, and then you see that little muscle that wasn't there like a week ago, and then you're like, ooh, shit. Like,
and then like when you know what I'm saying? Like like you're seeing results and like shit's going good for you.
Yeah.
It's like, this is cool. Like I'm doing good. Like you see results and you want to keep going, like keep going. So I just hope that like now that school's starting, like
that
I still have,
keep
you know what I'm saying? Like I still have time to do shit.
Keep that hype.
But like I know you're starting like your own like fiber fitness shit, and like it shit looks mad dope, like the whole layout and all that. So
hopefully it'll be open soon. And once it's open, just like I told you, like I want to like, because the way that I see fiber fitness is I want to make it like a social media mecca where people could actually like, people from all around New Jersey are going to go to fiber fitness to create content. Because most gyms don't let you film, most gyms don't let you do like bring any cameras and stuff. So like, for example, if you want to be if you want to do a comedy skit, we could do a comedy skit inside Fiber Fitness and make it, you know, funny and like actually have like high production lights, dope ass cameras and shit, and actually like invest in that. Because I want to create like something that like, for example, you're scrolling through the Fiber Fitness Instagram and you see like all of these like well produced videos and pictures of like all these people that you might know personally, like working out and stuff, and like you want to be a part of that. So then you'll go to Fiber Fitness to like try to attach yourself to that shit, right? And that's something that Steve Jobs did actually, because Apple went through a phase where they started putting like all of the detailed information about their computer and shit, and most people, like most normal people, won't want to drive down the fucking highway and look at a billboard and it's like MacBook and then like all of the like technical information about MacBook. So what he did was he just switched it and he just like put like Einstein's picture, Muhammad Ali, Mahatma Gandhi, whatever, and like all of these like great fucking human beings, and then he would like put like very subtly and very small like the Apple logo. So he was associating his brand to greatness, right? And that's what like people would buy Apple products because they're like, holy shit, like I want to be like Einstein. Because subconsciously, like, that's what happens. So, like, I want to, like, create Fiber Fitness and, like, have you there and, like, come up with ideas of, like, funny shit and maybe, like, you know, like, do, like, creative stuff and just have it become a creative space where people can go without worrying about, like, like, you can't film here, like, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. And just to let people know, we did 2 hours and 10 minutes right now.
Yeah, we are.
So... this is the longest podcast up to date. Edgar's was, I think 2 hours.
I talk a lot.
An hour and no. But this is dope. Like just like I told you, time fucking flies here.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I was
it
like,
flies
fuck.
here.
Should have been like 2 hours already.
Eventually, just like I told you and Justin, shout out to Justin. I don't know if he wants to do like a solo interview. Fuck Justin. I don't know if he wants to do like a solo interview before, just like you're doing, but eventually I want to put like another mic right here by another camera and just have like a round table conversation. Maybe even have another camera another microphone right here. So like 4 people, maybe like call Edgar here and like just sit down and just throw topics in the middle of the table and see what happens. So just so we could wrap this up, because people's attention span aren't
I feel you.
But so what I do with every guest is, I don't know if you saw this, but at the end of every episode, pretend right now, just close your eyes and pretend that everybody in the world right now stopped everything they're doing. Everybody's awake. 7 billion people right now have just put on a earpiece. And this earpiece, they'll hear Dom's voice and they'll understand everything you say because it'll be translated into their language. And everybody now, you're on the world stage and you have this opportunity to tell people something. It could be a rhetorical question. It could be a tip. It could be a life tip. It could be follow me on the gram. It could be anything. It could be like a tip for humanity, something deep, something not deep, something funny, whatever you want to say. You have this opportunity right now. You'll look into the camera that's aimed at you right there, and you'll tell humanity something that Dom wants humanity to know. No pressure. Just 7 billion people listening right now.
God damn.
What would you say?
That's hard right there.
That's some deep shit. But don't overthink it though. Like, instinctively, like the first thing that came to your mind, if it's like suck my dick, then say it.
Ooh, I'd be like, that's good, suck my dick.
How many 7 billion people suck your dick?
I'll be like, okay, fuck. All right, I gotta think about this shit quick.
No pressure.
Bang.
Try to get it on the gram too. Whatever you said.
You're gonna like edit this shit out, right? Like you cut this shit out. I don't know how we're thinking this shit.
It's raw. It's
authentic.
raw.
It's raw. It's authentic. This shit. Fuck. Yo, what the fuck do I say, bro? Come on, help me out, dog.
Don't overthink it though. It's just like something that you want. Just say it. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf.
I'd be like,
no pressure.
Fuck.
You're overthinking.
This shit make you mad. Like you be like, fuck, because you're gonna say some dumb shit.
Nah, yo, like Pat gets to like follow me on the gram. Like, it could be anything.
Fuck that. I mean, it's saying like, yeah, follow me on the gram, right? Because I'll be 7 billion fucking followers and shit.
Imagine. Yo, that shit's crazy.
I'd be like, you gonna be stressing with that fucking question.
You're overthinking mad hard.
Like, fuck, like. And no one helped me out either with this shit.
It could be a question too, of like asking people like to like sleep. Like a question for people to sleep on. It's like, yo, like question yourself, or it could be a tip that you learned throughout your life, or something that would help you. All right, so let's try to make it specific.
Keep talking so I can just like yeah.
Imagine then. All right, better question. Imagine that you had the opportunity to go back in time to the Dom that used to be bullied in middle school. And you had the opportunity right now.
Why you bully me?
You're facing Dom, small Dom, chubby Dom, and you have this opportunity right now to say something to him that could potentially change his life.
I got this. All right. Ready?
All right, hold on. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
None of you can fucking beat me. I promise you, none of you can fucking beat me. I am a champion. That's who I am. And fuck all 7 billion of you. But follow me on the gram.
That's a good message.
So that's what it is.
That's a good message.
That's a good message.
And that's a wrap. I just caught that on the gram. All right, guys. So that's the message. Nobody could beat Dom.
Beat me.
And fuck you, right?
You can't fucking beat me. And follow me on the gram.
And follow him on the gram. So that's 7 billion people following you on the gram. And yeah, that was episode number 10. Thanks for being on.
Yo,
thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
That was the longest episode.
More videos coming soon.
2 hours and 15 minutes. Oh yeah, expect and plug in anything you want to plug in. I'll leave the link in the description on iTunes. I'm still trying to figure the whole iTunes thing out, but on the YouTube video, I'll leave like everything down.
Bro, listen. Shout out everybody that watched this shit. More videos coming soon. Very sexual videos. Everything you want, everything you need. Shout out Callie. Shout out mom and dad. Don't shout out Steph. Fuck Steph. And thank you for having me.
All right, man.
It's been good.
And we'll do this again, just like I told you. Maybe have a couple of different mics or maybe just do a follow up.
Yeah.
In the future. All
and
right?
hopefully we have an episode in episode 25. I come back and I am famous and rich.
And you are famous, rich with like bodyguards and shit.
And I drive a Ferrari.
You would be paying me money instead of me paying you to come
exactly. I'll give you some bread. You know what I'm saying. And we have Fire Fitness.
What's up. That's what's up. All right, guys, we're out. That's
Peace.
it.
Fuck all that.